College basketball has a special place in the sports landscape, with countless basketball legends first being introduced to the world in college. Then there's the NCAA tournament, which is arguably the greatest sporting event on earth. But imagine if we could hit the rewind button back to 2003 and re-sim history. Well, that's what I've done. I put 20 of the best college basketball players from 2003 back on their original school, but the real twist comes each offseason. I'll be adding the top 15 recruits from the actual recruiting class of that year. We're going to track their journey from recruitment to on the court, and we're going to see who can rise to become the new dynasties of college basketball. And this is just going to reshape history. We're also just going to follow along with each season. We're going to look into all the players' stats. We're going to follow along with team records. We're going to catch the biggest games live, and we're going to be following along with the March Madness tournament each year and witnessing the crowning of new national champions. And we're going to go for all the way from the 2003 season to the close of the 2022 season. In total, I created 270 recruits across 18 recruiting classes, and I have turned off players being able to declare early for the draft. So we will see these players have to stay in college for all 4 years. And we're also going to get to see players who went straight to the NBA from high school actually playing college basketball. In total, this series is going to be 4 parts and over 12 hours long. Alrighty, so here we are. We are starting the last episode of this series, my 20-year reset of college basketball. So this is going to be the 2018 season. We're going to have 5 seasons in this episode. The first season was all the way back in 2003. Now, I'm going to bring this up right here. These are just kind of the notes from the series. So here are all the national championship winners from the whole series. UNC has won 4, and I think Florida won 3. They're definitely the 2 teams who have probably won the most games and just definitely won the most national championships. So how this works, guys, is if you haven't followed any of the episodes before and you're just hopping in right here, basically I reset college basketball. I sim every season. At the start of each year, we are going to check out the rosters, the teams, see where everyone's at. We simulate through the season, we get to the tournament, and then, March Madness, we watch 2 games a year, one leading up to the final, and then, the final game of the year. The really big component that makes this series interesting is I make real life recruits. So there's going to be real college basketball, NBA, Europeans that we're going to follow the recruiting process and see where they actually sign. And we're going to see where the best players each year end up. And we're going to see new dynasties and new teams take form. So this is kind of what the rosters look like right now, as far as this is the teams where all of our real life guys are on. So I do about 15-ish players each season real life players that we follow along with recruiting. So 15 times 3, there's about 60 real life players in our game spread throughout college basketball each season. And obviously, and for this as well, I also turn off their ability to leave early. So all these guys stay for 4 years. So it's really cool because we get to see start as freshmen, really make super teams with a ton of really talented players on their squad. So just kind of go through the rosters here. Michigan State, pretty balanced team right now. They got Luke Kennard, Josh Jackson, and Jaren Jackson Jr. Duke has a really nice team right now with Cat, Dragon Bender, Tyus Jones, and they just brought Gary Trent Jr. Texas just had a crazy run. They had Giannis Antetokounmpo and Embiid on the same team at the same time, plus Moutier, Miles Turner, and Buddy Hield. But I don't even think they made a Final Four. They were honestly super disappointing. We got UCLA right now, kind of remaking the Celtics with Jaylen Brown and Tatum. This is so players on the left here are seniors right now as well. Players on the right are freshmen. All this is happening in NBA 2K8 college basketball. So this is just kind of to let you guys kind of see a really upper view. So UNC is actually defending national champs. They have Ben Simmons coming in as a junior, Jonathan Isaac, Brandon Ingram, Harry Giles, and Kevin Knox they just brought in. Indiana has 3 nice players. Kansas is actually building a pretty nice squad right now. Oubre, Beasley, Jahlil Okafor, Markelle Fultz, and they're bringing in freshman Trae Young. Keep going down. Michigan, Michigan had a crazy team last year. They had 5 really good players, and they actually got knocked out, I think, in the Sweet 16. They still are going to have a good squad this year. They got Devin Booker, Kristaps, Mo Wagner, and they're bringing in Shea Gilgeous-Alexander and Bruce Brown as freshmen. So honestly, Michigan definitely is going to have a shot. The other really interesting team right now is Gonzaga. They just had Jokic last year. They actually didn't win a natty with no Jokic. They did go undefeated in his junior year all the way to the national championship game, but they lost. But even right now, they have Domantas Sabonis, Pascal Siakam, Lauri Markkanen, and they just got Luka Doncic. So, their recruiting has been really good. And yeah, so that's kind of our squads. Here's what the recruiting class for 2018, the season we are in right now, looks like. So Garland, quickly, Ja Morant, Poole, Trey Jones at point guard, Romeo Langford, Anthony Simons, Tyler Hero, Colby White, and then small forwards, RJ Barrett, Cam Reddish, Zion, and DeAndre Hunter. I'd move DeAndre Hunter to power forward just to give a little more balance to the recruiting class. And then centers, Bol Bol, Naz Reid, and Jackson Hayes. So we're going to get more into that recruiting in a second, but I just want to kind of show you guys the team. So this is at the start of the season. Here's what the top 25 looks like before we actually get into playing any games. So right now, Arizona, #1 team in the country. They have 490. Stanley Johnson is their best player as a senior. They have sophomore Lonzo Ball at point guard. We got Texas with Moutier, Heald, Miles Turner, and some other good players around him. So Texas should be decent. Michigan State, looks like a really good team. Their worst player in their starting lineup is Jaren Jackson Jr., who's a true freshman and obviously a really good player. So Michigan State has a really strong squad right now. Georgetown was just in the national championship last year. They lost to UNC. Florida State, pretty good squad. They had Wiggins last year, but he's gone. Duke with Tyus Jones, Kevin Knox, Dragon Bender, and Cat. So they have 4 of our real life players. I mean, they should be right around, the national championship possibly. Moving to Louisville, they got DeJounte Murray and D'Angelo Russell right now. Their front court is just okay. And then they have De'Aaron Fox coming off the bench as well. Kansas has Malik Beasley, Oubre, Jahlil Okafor in their starting lineup. And then they also have Trae Young. So, I wouldn't be surprised if Trae Young starts to sneak into the starting lineup as we go through the year as well. Maryland doesn't really have anyone. UNC is an interesting team. They have Ben Simmons, Jonathan Isaac, Harry Giles, and then they have Brandon Ingram coming off the bench as well. So this team's really good, and they've won 4 national championships so far. Virginia has Donovan Mitchell and Kevin Huerter. Really nice backcourt. The rest of the team's just kind of okay. Indiana, Malik Monk, Thon Maker. And they also have, we might have to move Thon Maker to center. And then they also have Michael Porter Jr. as well. So this team could be really good. Move Thon Maker to center instead of at 69 and play Michael Porter Jr. at small forward or power forward, and you'd be really cooking. Get into Gonzaga, and you think they lost Nikola Jokic last year, but they bring in Luka. He's a freshman, but I put him at point guard for them. They got Siakam, Lauri Markkanen, and Domantas Sabonis up front. I mean, you never know. They definitely have a chance. Florida, Mitchell Robinson and Grayson Allen. Grayson's by far their best player. Michigan, they got Shea starting with D Book, Bruce Brown, Mo Wagner, and Kristaps Porzingis. So 2 freshmen in their starting lineup, but their 3 upperclassmen are all really good. Yeah, so that is kind of the top 25 right now. Okay, now the other thing we're going to look at here is the recruiting. So we're going to get into that now. Okay, so for recruiting, I had to do a bit of a workaround because this is college basketball 2K8. So it's pretty old. I could max make 10 actual recruits, custom recruits, put them in the game. And I don't know. I didn't really love how the recruiting worked in this. I don't know. It's like pretty old, the menu and stuff. I don't know. So I decided to use ChatGPT. I basically trained ChatGPT on a bunch of different things and taught it basically how to be a just recruiting simulator for our scheme. So I input where players go, and it basically will track it, and I'll give them a recruiting class each year. And basically what's going to happen, we're going to check on the recruits 3 times each year. We're going to check on them at the start of the year, and we'll see their top 5 schools. We'll check it at the mid-season point. It'll narrow it down to their top 3, and then we'll check at the very end of the season. We'll call it National Signing Day, and we'll see where the all the guys end up. I think some people think this is cool. There's a bit more storylines and stuff that get added with ChatGPT. Some people were like, I don't really like it, which is fair. Maybe next time I do one of these college basketball ones, I'll go just with the normal recruiting or whatever. But I'm already 3/4 of the way through this, so we're gonna stick with the ChatGPT right here. So here's the top 5 for each team, and I go through it pretty quick, but if you guys want to pause it and get more of a read on why ChatGPT, why these players are leaning certain ways, then you definitely can pause it and take a deeper look. So Garland looking at Indiana, Michigan State, Duke, Villanova, UCLA. Emmanuel quickly, Maryland, home state, hero potential, Kansas, Kentucky, LSU. John Morant likes Clemson. He's from South Carolina too, so South Carolina on his list. Texas, Florida State, Zags. Jordan Poole likes Michigan. I think he's from Michigan as well. Wisconsin, Duke, Villanova, Oregon. Trey Jones like Minnesota. He's from Minnesota. Then Michigan State, Stanford, Indiana, Arizona. Moving on to shooting guards. Langford likes Indiana. He also likes Louisville, UNC, Kansas, Vandy. Anthony Simons likes Florida, in-state program, LSU, Duke, Oregon. Tyler Hero likes Wisconsin, Kentucky, Arizona, Duke, Kansas. Colby White likes UNC, Duke, Virginia, Villanova, Florida. Moving on to small forwards, RJ likes Duke, Michigan, Kentucky, UCLA, Oregon. Cam Reddish likes Villanova, Kentucky, LSU, UNC, Duke. Then we go to power forward. Zion likes Clemson, in-state, also Duke, Kentucky, UNC, Kansas. DeAndre Hunter likes Virginia, Maryland, Villanova, Michigan State, Duke. Then we finish off with 3 centers with Bull. He likes Oregon. They won a natty like 2 or 3 years ago. Likes Kentucky, UCLA, Duke. Naz Reid likes LSU, Villanova, Kentucky, UCLA, and then Jackson Hayes likes Texas, Kansas, Duke, Michigan State, UNC. Okay, so we are going to check on that again at the midseason point, and then we'll see what the top 3 for each of those players is. Okay, so now I'm just going to sim to the midseason. Then we will look at, top 25, see how the teams are performing. We'll look at some stats, see who's scoring, leading the country in scoring and stuff, and we'll look at the recruiting once again. Alrighty, so we're at the midway point right here. Oh, and one other thing too, I'm controlling Albany, but I don't do any recruiting, don't obviously care. It's just a placeholder team while I sim through and look at everything. So if you're wondering why I'm on Albany. So we'll look at polls. So West Virginia, these are all auto gens on this team. Actually a pretty good squad, and they're undefeated. Texas, undefeated. So they lose Giannis and Embiid in back-to-back years, and they honestly have a really good team still this year with Healed, Moutier, and Miles Turner leading the way. They have two other really good starters. Florida State, all auto gens, but all really good. Virginia, Mitchell and Herter leading the way, and they have a pretty good squad around them. Louisville doing well. The Zags 18-0 with, I really like that Gonzaga team. Cincinnati, Kansas State, USC, Arizona with Lonzo, Stanley, DeAndre Ayton. Oregon, led by Jamal Murray at point guard. Bama, Duke, Indiana. Wow, that Indiana team is pretty stacked. Michigan State's pretty good. Florida. Yeah, so that's kind of where we're at right now. Let's look at some stats. So leading the country in scoring is Grayson Allen, 27 a game for the Gators. 45 and 41 from 3. Domantas Sabonis, killing it. Look at his numbers when Jokic was there, and now everyone compares him to kind of a worse version of Jokic in the NBA, and there he is. He kind of just steps into his role. 27-8, 4 assists a game, absolutely killing it. Justice Winslow, so they had Jabari Parker last year with him. So he was more of he was leading the country in assists at 6.4 a game. Now Parker's gone. He's stepping into that scoring role. He looks like an absolute stud. Miles Turner, Embiid's gone. He is the complete, just leading the way for this Texas team down low, killing it. Jalen Brunson at Villanova. He's a sophomore, averaging 25 a game now. Really doing well. Jamal Murray, 25 a game in his 3rd year. So these 2 third-year point guards really starting to play really well. Thomas Bryant for Syracuse. Thon Maker killing it for Indiana as a senior, playing really well. Jaleel Okafor, Stanley Johnson, D'Angelo, Emmanuel Moutier. Oh my goodness, Moutier, 21 a game and 7.7 assists. Just an athlete at point guard. That is crazy. He is shredding. Porzingis for Michigan, 21 a game, 2 blocks, 6 rebounds. Cat, 21 a game, 7. And so him and Cat and Porzingis' numbers are very similar. Similar players. Okay, assists. Emmanuel Mudiay, 21 a game and leading the country in assists. So he's one of the best players in the country right now. Rebounds, Okafor and Turner right near the top. Steals, Mudiay. Look at Mudiay. He's 4th in the country in steals too. So Mudiay is just a star right now. Winslow killing it as well. And then lastly, blocks. Jaleel. Oh, okay. That seems a little... Jaleel Okafor wasn't a great rim protector, but in this, he's a really good rim protector. Developing. Jared Allen for Houston. Thon Maker playing really good for Indiana. Yeah, so that's kind of... Now I just want to look at... The only player I really want to look at right here. Sometimes I'll go in... Oh, wow, Luka. He's really not playing much. He's only getting 5 minutes a game as their starting point guard. Okay, so they're really just leaning on Sabonis and Siakam, doing really everything for them. I thought they'd give more run to Luka, but Luka Legend is getting 4 a game. I don't get how he's their starting point guard and not playing, but there it is. Okay, so right away here, we're going to sim to the tournament, and then that's where we'll watch a game too. We'll follow along with the whole tournament and see who wins the Natty, and we'll watch the national championship as well. Right now, though, we're going to look at the top 3 schools for each one of the recruits this season. Okay, so here is the top 3. So Darius Garland likes the thought of being a Hoosier legend. Also UCLA with. That would be kind of crazy. They have Jason Tatum and Brown right now. Also Vanderbilt's 30%. Emmanuel quickly likes Maryland, Kansas, Miami. John Morant, South Carolina, really wants to make a name for himself and elevate his home state program. Jordan Poole likes Michigan. He could play with Shea. That'd be a pretty good backcourt. Trey Jones, Minnesota, Michigan State, Duke. Romeo Langford likes Louisville. He could play with De'Aaron Fox, who's a freshman for them right now. Indiana, UNC. Anthony Simon likes Florida. I mean, kind of makes sense. He could take over for Grayson Allen in that kind of scoring role. Hero likes Wisconsin, wants to be a hometown hero. Small forwards, RJ likes Michigan. Wow. I mean, Michigan has just been killing it with the recruits. If they had RJ, they got SGA last year. Cam Reddish likes Villanova. Zion likes Clemson, hometown hero kind of thing, similar to Jaw. DeAndre Hunter likes Virginia. That's where he went in real life. And then centers, Bol Bol, Oregon. I like that fit. Nas Reed, LSU, Villanova, Kansas. And then Jackson Hayes likes Texas, which kind of makes sense for him. Okay, so we're going to check again lastly at the end of the year after the tournament and stuff and look at our national signing day. Okay, so now just going to sim to the tournament and then we'll see how we're doing. Okay, so just before the tournament, I just want to look at the top 25 again here. Just look at, okay, so Gonzaga might be a 1 seed. They will be a 1 seed, 30-1 right now. Texas, West Virginia, Florida State, Louisville, Duke, Arizona. I'm maybe Florida, maybe Kansas State, but I'd say 4 of these 7 right here, these top 7 will be the 1 seeds. Okay, so we'll watch the Selection Sunday show. So Zags, Texas, Florida State, Louisville. Here's who's on the bubble. Not really teams with any of our guys, I don't think. No. So Gonzaga, number 1 team. Texas right there with them, Florida State and Louisville. Louisville has that really dynamic backcourt. Florida State has none of our guys. All the rest of the teams do. At least 2 for each. We'll kind of look at the bracket. We'll just go in and look at the bracket. I don't really pay attention to this part. Okay, so just looking at the top 4. So Zags, Duke, West Virginia, USC, Texas, Florida, Georgetown, Kansas State, Louisville, Arizona, Cincinnati, Texas Tech, Florida State, Virginia, George Washington, Kansas. I don't think any of those groups really, usually there's like one where I'm like, wow, that is murderer's row. Where's UNC? They had a 6 squad. Did they make the tournament? Okay, they definitely made the tournament. They're 20-8. Oh, Ben Simmons got hurt for them. So they have no Ben Simmons. I'm going to have to move some guys around for them. Okay, we're going to look at the tournament tree right here. So Zags, Oregon State, Air Force. Usually I basically look through, see if we have any. I've only ever watched one of the first round games one time. Usually we're going to wait until, Sweet 16, Elite 8, Final 4 before we get a really, really good matchup I want to watch. But just like to go through the bracket here. Michigan comes in as a 6 seed. That's going to be a tough ass 6 seed. Michigan State is a hard 7 seed. So Duke, Michigan State could be a really good game in round 2. Louisville, Kentucky. Kentucky's got some good young players. Wake, Toledo, Texas, UNC, Cincinnati. Like I could see UNC as a 6 seed going far. Bama, Oregon is a 10 seed in Arizona. So we get Arizona, Oregon could be a pretty good second round game. Texas, BC, Georgia Tech, St. Joe's, Kansas State, Vandy, Mississippi State, George Washington. Villanova could have to play Florida. And Villanova's got some talent. That could be a tough second round game for Florida. Florida State, Tulane, Stanford, Rhode Island, Kansas. Kansas is a tough ass 4 seed, man. Maryland, George Washington, Marquette, Virginia. Man, we have some really good low seeds right now, I think. So I could see us definitely getting some 4, 5, 6 seeds, into the Final Four this year. Okay, we'll simulate through this first round here. So Gonzaga advances. Luka doesn't really played 10 minutes. Ibok, Pascal 24, Markkanen, and Sabonis. It's really they're really trying to win in the front court. Really nice. Siakam, he's only a junior. Yeah, I mean, they really only lose Sabonis in this Ibok, so they're going to be good for a while. They're going to play Air Force in the second round. Indiana advances with Monk, Porter, and Maker. Porter's 14 a game as a freshman. Malik Monk just microwave on the wing. So they're a really good squad. USC, my Albany team got rocked, which I like to see. Michigan, it's a little close against Pitt. They do advance. Shea, what's his minutes like? He's playing a decent amount, 8.5. I mean, he's really the 2 guard, like second, like it's Booker's show on the wing there. Wagner, 19 for Porzingis. It's a really good starting 5. Their bench is not great. 80, 84, 80. We're very top heavy, but they're going to be, tough 6 seed for sure. Michigan State goes down. Luke Kennard, Jaren Jackson Jr., and Kevon Looney. Like, that's a tough. Oh, sorry. Jaren Jackson. Josh Jackson's coming off the bench for them? I don't get that. I mean, they were a good ass team, man. Wow, and they go down in the first round. Duke advances, so Duke gets a 10 seed. Wow. Tyus Jones, 13 points, 14 assists in round 1. Kevin Knox, 12 as a freshman. Dragan Bender, 20 points. Cat, huge day. I mean, this Duke team is going to be tough. Louisville, really nice backcourt for Louisville with Murray and Russell. De'Aaron doesn't really play much for them, but he's going to be really good stepping in next year because I think D'Lo's gone after this year, so it'll be Murray and Fox next year. D'Lo had a really nice game, 25-9, 4, 2 steals. So it's a really nice backcourt for Louisville. Kentucky goes down in the first round, so Bridges and Vando, they go down. Okay. Oh, Wake Forest loses. So a 5 loses to a 12. Texas Tech advances. UNC does get through. Jonathan Isaac had 21. They're going to play Cincinnati in the second round. Oregon, I thought Oregon was going to win that. I just think Jamal, that's such a tough matchup for people. The rest of their lineup, honestly, not very good. So yeah, they'll probably lose to Arizona. Lonzo, 14 points. Not really scoring a ton right now. Stanley Johnson, 21 a game. And then they have DeAndre Ayton down low. Okay, go to the other side. Texas advances. Moutier, Heald had a nice day. Turner had a nice day. Georgia Tech beats BC. St. Joe's advances. Kansas State, Vanderbilt, Georgetown. Georgetown has Scal, and they have Mo Bamba coming off the bench for them. Villanova goes down with Bridges, who's a senior, and Jalen Brunson, and they go down to a 10 seed. So I thought that was going to be a somewhat tough game for Florida in round 2, but they advance. Grayson Allen stays hot, stays, just playing well, and they get Temple in round 2. Florida State advances. They're all auto gens. Stanford advances with Justice Winslow. He's their just 100% best player. Rhode Island advances. Kansas advances with Fultz, Beasley, Oubre. I mean, Trae Young coming off the bench, not really playing as a freshman, but a really nice starting 5 that is going to give people some issues for sure. Really balanced. Okafor has been really good for them this year. Maryland advances. They're all auto gens right now. I think George Washington. Marquette goes down, and Virginia advances with Herter and Mitchell backcourt. Okay. So here's kind of the second round matchups. Nothing worth watching, I don't think, but honestly, some decent games. And then here's other side: Zags, Indiana, USC, Michigan. Okay. So let's advance through this round. Gonzaga, honestly, kind of a close game. Siakam had 28, Sabonis 23, 15, 3, steal, 2 blocks. Like, Sabonis was nasty. Indiana advances as a 5 seed. This is a nasty 5 seed, man. A 95 point guard, a 97 shooting guard, Malik Monk, Michael Porter Jr., and Thon Maker. Like, this team, man, that is a tough ass matchup for the Zags, man, for sure. Michigan just squeaks it out with Shea. Bruce Brown, oh no, D-Book got hurt. That's probably gonna spell it. I don't think they'll beat Duke without Booker. Tyus, Knox, Bender, Cat had a nice day. Let's go through Louisville. Beats Arkansas with Murray. D'Lo played well. Toledo scored 31 against Tech. UNC goes down. So defending national champs go down in round 2 to Cincinnati. So this was just not UNC's year. Arizona gets by. Yeah, the rest of the team around Jamal Murray is just not very good at Oregon right now. Lonzo, pretty quiet, but just kind of running the point for them. DeAndre might have got hurt, so they might be in trouble versus Cincinnati without DeAndre Ayton. Go to this side. Texas wins only by 3, but they get it done. Miles Turner had a big day. They're going to play Kansas State in the second round. Georgetown advances. They were in the Natty last year, and they're well on their way this year. Florida, easy matchup in round 2 versus Temple. Grayson, 25. Mitchell Robinson, really good down low for them. Florida State beats Stanford. Justice Winslow's a good player, just doesn't have enough around him. Kansas beats Rhode Island. Fultz 17, Oubre, Beasley, Okafor. Pretty good squad right here for them. George Washington beats Maryland. Okay, so George Washington advances, and Virginia wins with Mitchell was quiet, and they still advance. So that's a big win for Virginia. So Virginia, George Washington, Kansas, Florida State, Florida, Georgetown, Texas, Kansas, Gonzaga, Indiana, Michigan, Duke, Louisville, Texas Tech, Cincinnati, Arizona. Now, both these 2 games are honestly kind of tempting to watch with Gonzaga, Indiana, Michigan, Duke, but the winner advances and they'll play. The winner of each team will advance here. So I think we'll wait. Maybe we'll watch whoever wins out of these 4 teams, or we'll keep going. We'll see. So, oh my goodness, what a nail biter. They actually played Jokic in this one. A little more, 15 minutes. Super balanced. They win by 1 point. The backcourt for Indiana could not get up on Monk, Porter, Maker were all nasty. Porter, 29 as a freshman. Damn. So do they lose? Monk's still there. They do lose. No, all 3 of these guys are back next year for Indiana. So we could see Indiana be really tough next year. Just lose to Gonzaga. Yeah, Michigan did not have Booker. So they had no Booker in this one. They weren't going to win without Book. So they go down. They lose Booker and Porzingis. They're still going to have, Wagner's back. They're still going to have Shea, Bruce Brown, Wagner. So they're still going to have some good players. Duke does advance, though. Cat, 23, Bender, Knox, Tyus Jones. Lots of our guys in that one. Louisville advances with D'Lo and Murray. Arizona advances with Lonzo, Stanley, and Ayton did play in that one. So we got Louisville, Arizona, Gonzaga, Duke. So all the 1-2 on that side. So here we'll advance. So Texas beats Kansas State pretty close, but they do win. Turner and Moutier both really good. Georgetown whoops Florida, whoops them. Like, this Georgetown team just locks you down. So big, so tough. So it's going to be Texas, Georgetown on this side. Florida State beats Kansas. Okay, Jayhawks go down. Florida State advances and Virginia advances. Mitchell was quiet again. He must be pretty hurt because he's been super quiet the last 2 games. So another 1-2, 1-3, and then 1-2, 1-2. So I thought that we'd see some 5-6 seeds go through, but it is not. It's been somewhat chalky. And I think we are going to watch, I was going to watch Gonzaga Duke, but we can kind of let it run and we'll watch the winner. We'll let them play themselves out. So we'll watch the winner of Gonzaga, Duke, Louisville, Arizona in the Final Four, and then we'll watch the final as well, because we'll just let these teams keep going and we'll see. Okay, so Zags go down. Doncic, Siakam, Markkanen. So they lose Sabonis and Ibaka in their starting lineup, but they bring everyone else back. That team's still going to be really good. Duke does advance with Tyus, had a huge day. Bender, Cat was great. 37, 3 assists, 4 steals, 4 blocks. Cat was incredible. So Cat is on one in the tournament right now. And then Louisville wins by 2 on the back of D'Lo and Murray. 92-91. Yeah, this team's really good. Woolley off the bench is nice. De'Aaron got a little bit of run, but he's really young. So we got a Louisville Duke. And we got to get through this side. Texas loses to Georgetown. So that's it. So that'll be it for Moutier and Turner. Just Buddy will be back next year. So Texas can't still buy a Final Four appearance. And then Florida State loses by 1 to Virginia. Donovan was a little bit better in this one. Not crazy. So it's going to be Georgetown, Virginia, Duke, Louisville. We are going to watch Duke, Louisville. Then we'll just watch the winner of the Final Four. So now how I do this is a little bit different for this game as well, guys, because this is an older game. So there is no super simming. Like when I do college football, or if you watch somebody who does 2K content and stuff, you can like super sim games and then hop in. There isn't that in this game. So what there is if we just go to this game, there's Hoopcast. Now, Hoopcast is like a super sim, but you can't actually jump in the game. And if anyone knows how, I would love to know. If you know how, I don't think you can though. I've sat in there, I've tried everything. I cannot figure out how to get into a Hoopcast game and then watch. So what I had to do is you just have to play game. And now I don't have time for watch 2 full games a year with 20-minute halves. That'd be, hour, 20 minutes more of me just sitting here just watching. So I can't do that. So I have to make them 5-minute halves. We don't control everyone. We let it just run. So it is kind of shitty that we can't have the full games, but the 5-minute halves are enough to at least see everyone run up and down the court. I think next time I did this, I'd maybe jump them up to 7-minute halves. But yeah, I just don't have time to watch the whole game. So DeJounte and D'Lo on one in the backcourt. I like to just hop in and look at box score here. So Tyus Jones is number 0. He's a junior. Knox is a true freshman for them. He's number 2. Bender is a junior, 31, and this is senior season for Cat, and he's number 1. Then for Louisville, DeJounte is number 4 and D'Lo is number 0. So it's D'Lo and DeJounte trying to just go on a crazy run to the national championship. Dynamic backcourt, and then we have the Blue Devils. So here we go. Here's DeJounte. Here's D'Lo. D'Lo, crazy pass. Back up to D'Lo up top. Over to Murray, and he's going to just pull a triple, and bang! DeJounte Murray with a quick triple to go up 3-0. Okay, here's Tyus Jones running point for Duke. He's got a ton of size down low with Bender and Cat. Here's Bender on the wing, back up to Tyus. Then they have Knox kind of on the wing. Nice athlete on the wing for them. I don't know anything about their shooting guard. Here's Cat over the, back swing, and Bender misses the mid-range jumper there. Here's Louisville back up top. DeJounte bounce pass, nice entry pass by Murray, and that's an assist for Murray. Craggle finishes down low. 5-0 here, Louisville to start. Nice screen, finds Cat underneath. Nice pass, Kevin Knox, mid-range miss though. Love that play from Cat. Cat did not force a shot, found a mid-range, and there's D'Lo. D'Lo tries to finish that in transition, not able to get it to drop. Kevin Knox just tries the worst. Sometimes people will try alley-oop passes that are so bad in this. Here's a long triple for Louisville. Bang! 8-0 Louisville, and a turnover Duke. DeJounte, and it's in. 10-0 Louisville here, and they have the Blue Devils on the ropes already. This is crazy. Into Cat, he's got a mismatch. Take this guy down low, tries a little pump off the glass. Great move by Cat. Karl Anthony Towns on the block. You got to use Towns. He's best player on the floor. D'Lo and Murray are good, but Cat is the best player on the floor. You got to use him. Here's Murray. trying to operate. Great entry pass. Murray's been great. Louisville's just kind of getting whatever shot they want right now. The Duke Blue Devils are not playing good defensively. Okay, here's Tyus up top. Got Bender kind of posting up. Over to Knox. Knox gets blocked on the 3. Oh, but Cat, great play by Karl Anthony Towns. Blocked, and Cat cleans it up. Cat is kind of keeping these guys in it right now. If it wasn't for him, it would be really tough for Duke. Okay, swing into the middle. Here's D'Lo in the corner. No, that's a wide open triple. Miss. Okay, go out and run if you want, Duke. Here, they're pushing the pace a little bit. Inside, back, Cat. You know, Cat can shoot. Tyus, here's Kevin Knox, kind of on the elbow. Dragon, Tyus Jones in the corner here. He's got Cat down low. Knox back up. Bender, Tyus, into Cat, and Cat hits the little mid-range turnaround. So Cat's got 6 points. Over to D'Lo, guy on a mid-range, miss, and Bender with skies up and gets that board. Okay, here's Tyus Jones. Could have maybe done a skip pass. Oh, wow. Cat over to Knox. Bang. Wow. Kevin Knox. Huge 3-ball right there. Oh, there's a baseball pass. That was not good. They're calling that Duke ball, and D'Angelo Russell is out. So Duke, you know, we're down 10-0. It's been a 9-2 run since then. So Duke's starting to put it together a little bit here. Could tie it up right here, or even take a lead with a 3. They do have a lot of shooting here with both their big men can shoot. And there's Bender getting to the line. Ran a little action for Bender. Kind of rotates up, and he's going to go to the line here. First one is up, and he back rims it. Here's his second shot. It is up, and it is good. So 12-10 here. Louisville, they've gotten pretty cold here. They got to get something going. Here's DeJounte over to the wing. Oh, gets him in the air. Is he gonna? Oh, he gets cut off. That's a good recovery for Duke. The Louisville player probably should have just kept going. Oh, Duke, what was that? They doubled the ball and just left the paint completely wide open. Easy dump off pass for Louisville. They're back up 4. Okay, here's Kevin Knox. Duke is probably going to hold for the last shot here. Okay, 10. Here's, oh, Knox is just going to pull that. Bang! Oh my gosh, Kevin Knox. 2 triples kind of down to end the half here. And Louisville from half court almost hits it. So Louisville started out 10-0, and it's down to 14-13. So Duke could have easily folded there in these 5-minute halves. It could be down 10. That is a ton. But Duke crawled back. They are only stuck 1 here, and they get the ball. So this is anyone's game right here. National championship, you know, appearance on the line. Over the wing. Oh, and that's a steal for Louisville. Out and running, gets it over to D'Lo, into DeJounte, kind of gets cut off. No, not able to make that, not able to finish that. They're going to kind of reset the offense on the wing here for Louisville. Over to D'Lo, reset with DeJounte. Pick and roll. Oh, nice pass. Louisville likes these crazy passes. Here, D'Lo. Really haven't seen, I don't know if D'Lo shot the basketball yet. Oh, but here he is. He's going to pull for 3. Lefty, bang. D'Lo, triple in your eye. And then they get a steal in the lane. Oh, and a finish. So just a 5-point turnaround. DeJounte Murray's got 5 assists right now. Louisville all of a sudden is up 6 here. So Louisville, 2 huge buckets there to really kind of take back the lead. Oh, there's a mid-range. That was really well contested by Louisville, though. I think that was D'Lo on the contest. Here's Murray bringing it up. I'd like to see them try to get D'Lo involved again. Here's Murray on the wing. Drop it inside. Over. Here's Russell. Oh, Russell takes it to the hoop, tries a little reverse lay, and he is going to go to the free throw line. Okay, first one is up, and it's good. This could be back up 8. So I earlier said, okay, Duke, you're down, you know, down 10 is tough. Now, yeah, down 8. So Duke, it is go time for the Blue Devils. Now or never. Like I said, I'm kind of looking at Cat and Knox as their 2 scorers right now. Oh, that is a horrible pass by Knox. Absolutely awful. Fleming out and running. You really need to stop the ball there. They are able to. Back up to Murray, who's got 5 assists right now. Really playing great point guard. Fires it inside. Oh, that Fleming is wide open in the mid-range. And there it is. Duke back down 10. If they don't do something in the next... And another turnover. Back up top. Like, this game is over at this point. It looks like D'Lo working, little cross. DeJounte over, and they have, oh, Murray could have pulled that. Oh, he gets fouled, but they're pretty much punched their ticket right here, and they just have a wicked backcourt. DeJounte Murray really playing defense, you know, running the point, passing the ball, can get to the line, and then you have D'Lo as just kind of your microwave scorer shooting guard. That is a pretty wicked combo. I don't know if to Duke right now, other than Cat, they just don't really have a true scorer to me in their starting lineup. Knox is young. He's a good athlete. And he's made some triples, and that's a really nice drive where he gets fouled. But I don't think they have the scoring punch other than Cat. They've just kind of struggled to score. They've had some bad turnovers as well. There's Knox hits. Oh no, sorry. This is Tyus Jones here. Sorry. Tyus hits the first one. And Tyus is a good point guard, but he's not a scorer. He's not dynamic. He's just kind of run the show. It's still down 10. They're going to need a turnover. They're going to need something. Here's Murray over. Oh, gets him in the air. Just going to take it right to the hoop. And I mean, Duke's defense also just hasn't been good enough. Louisville just is getting whatever shot they want. Is that another assist from Murray? It might be. Reed has 7 on 100% field goals for Louisville. Tyus over to Knox. Like, they cut this down to 1, and now since then Louisville just back at it. Here's Karl Anthony Towns, Tyus, Bender in the corner, a couple of jab steps, reset with Tyus. Oh, that could be an open triple. A really good contest by D'Lo. You're not even mad at that if you're Louisville. That's a really good shot. Duke needs some turnovers. 1:42 left. You gotta get the trap going. Nope, Murray beats it. Guy opening, that's a 2 miss. Okay, I mean, you can cut it to 7 here if you can score quick. Bender coming around. Tyus, here's Cat. Baseline, okay, down 7. Still not, like, you need turnover. You need something. That could have been a turnover, but yeah, they beat the press really easily there. Here's Russell. Jab. They can really use some clock here. I would not be rushing if I'm Louisville. Over inside, they just do a alley-oop lay pass over Knox, who just hits the deck, and they're back up 9. Okay, we're gonna sim now. Louisville punches their ticket to the national championship. They win 32-25. Tyus was pretty good, 5 points, 4 assists. I liked Cat's game, 4 for 4. They just didn't really feed him enough. Knox was defense. Honestly, their offense wasn't really the problem. They couldn't get stops, and they turned the ball over. DeJounte Murray, 7.7 assists in a 10-minute game. Killed it. Russell, just kind of the microwave scorer. 2 for 4, 2 for 2 from the 3-point line. This Reed was really nice for them down low. 3 for 3, 7 points down low. So Louisville is going to play the winner of Georgetown, Virginia. Yeah, the game's over. Okay, so Virginia wins. Okay. Scal and Mo Bamba go down. Donovan and Herter. So we got to have the 2 dynamic backcourts. Mitchell and Herter versus D'Lo and DeJounte. What's 88, 91, 89? They're pretty balanced too. 89 off the bench. So these are really 2 evenly matched teams built very similar. Here's kind of just a rundown of the 2 teams. Yeah, very similar. It looks like Louisville's a little bit better overall and stuff, but yeah, it is gonna be a close ass, just evenly matched game. I like it. So yeah, very close. Yeah, Louisville looks just a little bit better, but we'll see. Virginia, chance to go win a national championship with Donovan, Mitchell, and Herter. Here we go. So Mitchell's 5 and Herter's 14. D'Lo 4 and 0, which we just seen. So Cavaliers coming out in their oranges. That is a lot of orange for Virginia. And Louisville wins the tip. Here's D'Lo up top. Over to Murray. Over the wing. That's a triple right away, and he hits it. This kid can shoot. This is a little white boy for Louisville. Don't leave him open. Okay, here we go. Fleming with the triple. Here's Virginia. Gonna reset to Mitchell. Yeah, Mitchell up top. Here's Herter. Herter's just gonna pull. And miss. Nice rebound by Virginia, though. Virginia's got 2 redheads in their starting lineup. Duncan and Herter. Wow. You don't see that very often in college basketball. Couple of redheads for Virginia. Okay, Mitchell guarding Murray. It's a pretty good matchup there. Murray, great entry pass. Jab step, open in the corner. Fleming, miss. Virginia rebound. Nice. Really, I like that ball movement by Louisville, but here's Donovan Mitchell kind of on the break. Kind of resets here. Pulls it out over the wing. Back up top. Oh, that's a lefty, midi. Nope. Louisville out and running here. Here's Murray. Here's Russell. Coming off the pick and roll, finds this guy, and that's a wide open. He's just going to take it right to the hoop, and Louisville finishes. Virginia got really overextended kind of on the baseline there and just left the other weak side of the court just completely wide open. Okay, up top on the wing here. Oh, jab step. Ooh, that's a nice deflection. Now Louisville can get out and run. Here's D'Lo up top. Murray and Mitchell guarding each other. Green for Louisville. Murray coming around his own screen. Oh, pump. Back out. Entry pass over midi. That's blocked. Nice play by Virginia. Good defense over by Virginia. They got to get something going offensively, though. Mitchell, they have 2 points right now, halfway through the half. Got Mitchell in the corner. He's going to go to him. Locked up on D'Lo. I'd be trying to take D'Lo off the bounce. Get in the lane. Gets cut off. Here's Herter. Herter's going to pull it. Miss. So Virginia is icy right now. Ice cold. Here's Murray leading the break. D'Lo. That's a long triple. Oh, brick it. D'Lo. That was past NBA range there. Mitchell. Oh, here's a long triple for the lefty, and Virginia misses again. Virginia is ice cold. Here's Murray with another. Oh my. Murray. D'Lo's coming out for Louisville. That was a crazy alley-oop pass. Horrible, and ends up right to his guy who's able to finish under the hoop. Louisville up 7-2. Virginia is desperate for some buckets right now. Tries a little entry pass. Spills out, but they get the tip in. Oh my, they really needed that, and they're able to get that tip in to drop. Louisville 7-4 right now. Murray putting in moves inside. Murray, a little kick out. No D'Lo for Louisville right now. Screen in the middle. Oh, Murray for mid-range. Oh, miss. Like we were saying, Virginia's, pretty icy, but Louisville ain't much better right now. I mean, Virginia can tie this up with a three. There's a three. Herter hit it. Kevin Herter needed that to fall, and all of a sudden it's 7-7. Both teams have been pretty cold here. Louisville out in transition, though. Push the pace. Use your athleticism. Easy transition lay there. I want to see Mitchell do something. Oh, that's a nice entry pass. And Virginia gets the high lay there. Mitchell with the assist. 9-9 right now. Murray. Okay. 8-7. Oh, that's a corner three. And Louisville hits the tough corner three. Virginia's got 2-1. You got to put it up. Lefty. Front rim. So Louisville 11-9. Close game. Neither team was great offensively, but hey, it's anybody's ball game right here. Okay, here we go. Herter inbound over to Mitchell, guarded by Murray. Back up top, over. And that's a long three. Virginia front rims it. Rebound by Louisville. Here's D'Lo running, pushing the pace. Gonna reset though, pull it out. Oh, try to get in the lane. Really cut off. That's three. There's D'Lo. Miss. Nice. Rebound. Gets him up in the air. And a finish. Fleming has 7 points. He's been probably Louisville's best player today. Great. First, really nice pass. D'Lo misses the jumper. And Fleming gets a rebound and the putback. 13-9. Mitchell getting the lane, dog. Oh, that's a great pass by Mitchell. Oh, bricks the layup. And... wow, that was a great pass by Mitchell, and Virginia's not able to finish. Here's Russell back up top over to the wing. Murray, that's a long three and hits it. DeJounte Murray with the... oh, they're calling that a 2. Okay, so only 2, but they're up 6. Mitchell's open at the top. Let him shoot this. Shoot it, Mitch. No, shoot. Herter. That's a long... oh, Herter. Great rebound by Virginia, and they get the putback. They needed that one. Cut it down to 4. Would have liked Mitchell just to pull that at the top. He's not gotten any room, so finally get some room for a shot. I want to see something fall for Mitchell. Maybe he can get hot. Here's D'Lo on the kind of side here. Over. Here's that Fleming. Miss. Louisville with the rebound. Miss, though. And Virginia gets the defensive board. Push. Okay, Donovan. Get in the hoop, Donovan. Get in the lane. No, nothing. Here's Mitchell up top. Oh, great pass. Is that Herter? Oh, miss. Gets his own board. Herter. Oh. But the foul. If he could have got an and one there. Way to stay with it for Herter. Gonna go to the line. Hits the first. Here's a second one for Herter. up and good. So 15-13 here. Over to the corner. Fleming. Nice pass. Reverse lay. That is a tough ass layup. I have really liked Fleming for Louisville. Great pass rate there. I want to see what is this guy's overall. Fleming's a 95, so he's a good player. Only 7 a game, but what's his like 3-ball like? 40 from 3, so really good shooter and really just like a great third wheel for Louisville. So 17-13 Virginia. I just haven't liked Mitchell enough. Like he's not been trying to score. He is their offense. Like Herter's a good second option open, for some jumpers, but it's got to be Donovan Mitchell, man. And here, shoot that Mitchell. Hits it. Donovan Mitchell needed that right here, right now. That's his first make. And that might be his first shot. And he drills the 3 when Louisville gets kind of collapsed down. All of a sudden, 1-point game. And, you got to answer the bell, Mitchell. It is go time. National championship. Okay, Murray up top. I'd also like D'Lo. I mean, D'Lo's a little different because they have Murray. Like, Murray runs the show. D'Lo plays off him. Oh, and here's Fleming. Hits it. Fleming has been a star for Louisville. That's 10 points. Just killing it from the outside. Brings this lead back up to 4 for Louisville. Herter running some pick and roll. Back up to Mitchell. Over. That's a tough lefty 3, and he hits it. I did not really like that shot, but he gets it to fall for Shepard, the lefty. Cuts it down to 1. Over to Fleming. Fleming's just been shooting laser beams. Oh, that's D'Lo open. Lefty hits it. D'Lo gets open. D'Lo, if he's open, he'll shoot it. There it is. Back up to 4. So teams just trading threes. Here, Virginia, you need a score and a stop if you're Virginia right here. Score and a stop, and you have a chance to tie it or even take a lead. Little bounce pass over. Here's Mitchell up top. Over. Here's Herter going to kind of work to the corner. Screen. Nope. Here's Mitchell open. Hits a bank shot. Mitchell hits his last 2. Cuts it back down to a 2-point game. Nice pass. Mitchell with the midi. But now you need to stop. So you need a score and a stop. If you're Virginia, you got the first half done. Now you got to do the second half. Fleming. I like Fleming. No. Over to Murray. Here's D'Lo. Gonna hit another 3. Oh my D'Lo. Ice in his veins. Back-to-back triples to put Louisville up 5 in the national championship. Icy. D'Lo. There you go. Okay, Herter. Herter's just going to hit. Oh, if Herter would have hit that, and that's basically going to do it. They're going to have to foul here. I'm not going to sit through all 7 fouls, so we're just going to send to them. If Herter would have hit that, they would have had a chance. But yeah, Louisville ends up winning by 10. D'Lo didn't do anything till the last bit and just hit the 2 threes to ice that game. Fleming was really good. DeJounte, 7 points, 4 assists. Guy is just such a good passer of the basketball. He's only a junior. D'Lo is a senior, so he's gone. Fleming's a senior, junior, so they lose a lot. Mitchell, I just didn't see enough from Mitchell in this one. Like, he just wasn't getting, going downhill, trying to get in the lane. But he's only a junior and Herter's a sophomore, so they're gonna have both these guys back next year, so we could see another run for Virginia. But there it is. Louisville wins the national championship this year. So yeah, Murray, Fleming, they have De'Aaron Fox, so they're gonna lose Russell, but they're going to have De'Aaron Fox just step into the starting lineup next year. So they have a lot of seniors. I don't think they'll go on a run next year, but they're still going to be good with those 2. Player of the year, Grayson Allen, goes from 2.7 as a freshman to 26 a game. Player of the year. Mid-major, Domantas Sabonis, 23-7, 4 assists. Makes sense. Defensive player of the year, Ben Yeager, plays for my team apparently. Big man of the year, Jaleel. Really good year for Jaleel Okafor. Freshman of the year, Colin Sexton for LSU. Had a nice year. First team All-American, Jamal Murray, 24, 3, and 4. Grayson Allen, won player of the year. Stanley Johnson, 21, 6, 2, block and a steal a game. Miles Turner, 24, 8, 1, 2 blocks. Jaleel Okafor, who we looked at. Second team, Emmanuel Mudiay. I really liked Mudiay this year, 21 and 7. Kellen Winslow, good scorer this year. And then Thon Maker, only a junior. I think we were looking, all those guys are back at Indiana. I think Indiana could be really good. Here's freshmen. So Colin Sexton, 14, 4, 2 steals. Miles Bridges for Kentucky, 15 a game for Bridges. Jaren Jackson Jr., 12 and a half a game. And then Wendell Carter for Georgia Tech. Okay, so last few things here, we're just going to look. I like to just kind of look at some player stats. So go into the leagues and look at some of the big teams. So Duke, so that's it for Cat. Yeah, Cat's done 22 a game. He was a really good year. They're still going to have Bender, Tyus, and Noxo. So Duke's going to have some good players. Georgia Tech, Wendell Carter was really good for them. UNC, Isaac Simmons. They lost Ben Simmons right before the tournament, or, didn't have him for the tournament. So that hurt them, but they're still going to have Isaac Simmons, Ingram, and Giles next year. So we could see a really good UNC team next year. Bam Adebayo, second year for NC State, was really good. Mitchell, Herter, both back for Virginia. Big East, Scal, nice year, and he's going to be back for Georgetown. Louisville, D'Lo, De'Aaron Fox, going to step in next year. Villanova, they're going to have Brunson, but they lost Bridges. That was a nice duo, but that's it for Bridges. Big Ten, Thon, yeah, so Thon's a junior, sophomore, freshman. So I like Indiana, man. We could see a good ass Indiana team next year. Michigan, honestly, just overall disappointing with Michigan. Oh, and Shea Gilders-Alexander, I ran out of, they only let you make their last name 16 characters long, so I had to call him Shea Gilders Alexander. So if you're wondering why there's no ER, that is why. Bruce Brown, but yeah, the amount of good recruits they've had over the last years and not to make a Final Four, them in Texas, the crazy recruiting classes, not make a Final Four, that's tough. Michigan State, Ohio State doesn't really have anyone right now. Big 12, Colorado, Kansas. So they're gonna have, so they lose Oubre, but they're gonna have Okafor, Malik Beasley, Markelle Fultz, and Trae Young next year. So Kansas could have a good squad. Oklahoma, Texas loses Turner Moutier. They had like a 3-man team this year. They lose 2 of them, so we won't see them for a while, I don't think. Pac-10, Lou Stanley Johnson, still going to have Ayton and Ball next year. Oregon, Jamal will be back, but he doesn't really have any help around him. Stanford, that's it for Justice Winslow, and he has no help. Oh, I forgot about UCLA. I don't even know if they made the tournament. But Tatum, 16 a game right now as a sophomore. Brown, 13 a game as a junior. Bagley didn't really do much from as a senior, but you'll have these 3 next year. It's a good top 3 for sure. LSU, Sexton, and Robert Williams, Time Lord. So that's a nice young twosome to build around. And last, West Coast. So they lose Sabonis for Gonzaga, but they're gonna have Siakam, Markkanen, and Luka, who should just take a huge step next year. They barely played Luka. Obviously, I think they're going to play him a lot more next year. Okay, last thing here, we're going to look at the final recruiting for the 2018 season. Okay, National Signing Day. So Garland is going to go to Vanderbilt, likes the connection and promise of being the program's new cornerstone. Emmanuel Quickly goes to Maryland. I mean, Maryland's kind of a good basketball program. John Morant goes to South Carolina, major star program on a rise in his hometown is a strong draw. Jordan Poole going to go to Michigan, so he'll play with Shea. That's a pretty good backcourt. Trey Jones is going to go to Minnesota, stay home. Romeo Langford going to stay in Indiana, so he'll be a nice bench piece for that trio that Indiana has next year. Anthony Simons goes to Florida. Hero goes to Wisconsin. Colby White goes to UNC. That's going to be a nice bench player for that team. They have 4 really good players next year. RJ Barrett is going to go to Duke. So Duke, nice scorer for them. Cam Reddish go to Virginia. So Virginia gets Cam. I mean, I don't know if he'll start for them next year, but you have Herter, Mitchell, kind of older. You have Reddish maybe coming off the bench. Oh, and they get DeAndre Hunter. So a couple of nice small forward, power forward types for Virginia. Zion's going to go to Clemson. So we'll see if he is able to get some players there with him. Bol is going to go to Oregon. Naz Reid goes to LSU. So they'll have him and Time Lord up front. And then Jackson Hayes is going to go to Texas. So that is the 2018 recruits, guys. Basically, now I'm just going to make those recruits, put them on their teams, and then we'll get into the 2019 season. Alrighty guys, so here we are, 2019 season. We only have a few of these left. We only have 2 full recruiting classes as well, guys. So basically how it works is when I do these long resets, the last 2 years of the season, I don't make a custom recruiting class. And that's just basically because the second last year, if we did a recruiting class, those guys wouldn't even play till the last season. So they'd be just true freshmen. They won't really have a huge impact on the game. And then the last season, we don't do a recruiting class because, you know, those players wouldn't even be in college until, you know, the season's over and the whole resim or whatever will be done. So we only have this class and one more, but we do have 4 full seasons still to go. So here's what our rosters are going to be looking like with all our real life guys going into the 2019 class, guys. Michigan State looks pretty good. Connard, Jackson, Jaren Jackson Jr., Duke. They lost Cap, but they still have Bender, Tyus Jones, Gary Trent Jr. They're bringing in RJ Barrett. Texas, Buddy Hield. That kind of is the run of Texas. They had all those recruits for a while, kind of over that. UCLA, Brown, Tatum, Bagley's a nice trio. UNC, this is probably the best UNC team. Maybe we'll see the rest of the sim. Ben Simmons is a senior, then Isaac, Ingram, Giles, Kevin Knox, Colby White, like really freaking good. Indiana, I really like their team this year. Thon, Malik Monk, Corder Jr., Langford. Kansas should be really good. Beasley, Okafor, Fultz, Young. Virginia made the national championship last year and they bring in Reddish and Hunter. Lonzo and DeAndre with Arizona. Michigan should still be pretty good this year, even though they lost a lot of guys. Mo Wagner, Shea, Bruce Brown, Jordan Poole. LSU actually has 3 pretty nice players right now with Williams, Sexton, Naz Reid. Gonzaga, still Siakam, Markkanen, and Doncic. Oregon, Murray and Bol. Louisville won the national championship last year, lost D'Lo, but they still have DeJounte Murray, and they're bringing in De'Aaron Fox into their starting lineup. And then here's our kind of freshmen, all kind of on new teams with Garland, Morant, Trey Jones, Tyler Hero, and Zion. Okay, so let's get into this 2019 recruiting class. So first at point guard, we have Cole Anthony. Here's some of his kind of where he's leaning, what he's thinking. And his top 5 schools are Gonzaga, Clemson, Florida, Texas, Oregon. We have Nico Mannion, really good college player, high school player, big time recruit. He might want to be the centerpiece at Arizona or USC. Also likes Gonzaga, Duke, Arizona, USC, Michigan State. Tyrese Maxey, maybe thinking of joining forces with Anthony Edwards. Kentucky could use a dynamic point guard like Maxey. Gonzaga, Kentucky, Texas, UCLA, Duke. LaMelo, Oregon might be the face of the program there. Michigan State. He's like in UCLA, Oregon, Michigan State, Florida, UNC. Halliburton might want to team up in Indiana with Romeo Langford. Staying close to home, he's kind of a Midwest guy, so Indiana, Wisconsin makes sense. Also LSU, Iowa State, Ohio State. For shooting guards, we got Anthony Edwards. Likes Gonzaga, Michigan State. Also maybe wanted to be the star at either Florida or Texas. So Gonzaga, Michigan State, Florida, Texas, Georgia. Desmond Bane likes Purdue or Indiana, maybe staying close to home. Also Butler on the list. Jaden McDaniels, Washington, hometown hero, or SDSU, San Diego State, to be for the star for a growing program. Isaac Okoro, Georgia Tech, Florida State. Patrick Williams, Florida State, UNC, also Duke, Kentucky, Virginia. Obi Toppin, St. John's to be in a major market, Virginia for development-focused program. Okongwu might want to stay home and join forces with LaMelo. They were high school teammates at one point. Maybe Arizona as well. Wiseman, Kentucky would make sense. Vanderbilt to be the centerpiece of the program, and I think Vandy got Garland last year, so that could be a nice duo. Isaiah Stewart, Michigan, Syracuse to be a hometown hero. Vernon Carey, Michigan, Miami to be the hometown hero. Precious Achua, Memphis, Georgetown, UNLV. So that is kind of what the recruiting class is looking like. We'll look at that again at the midseason point. Okay, now let's look at the top 25. So this will be all of our real life guys with the auto-generated players in there. So Duke coming in as the number 1 team. Tyus, Kevin Knox, Bender. Then they have a 93 also. They're good. Definitely don't think they're the best team in the country. Kansas, Trey Young, Fultz, Malik Beasley. They have their power forward is really their only weakness. Otherwise, they are pretty freaking loaded. Really good overall. Indiana, this is one of my favorite teams in the country this year. Malik Monk, this Cranford, who's a 97, a 91 small forward. They have Michael Porter Jr. and Thon Maker. So, 5 90s in their starting lineup. They could be absolutely nasty. Arizona with DeAndre Ayton and Lonzo Ball, their 2 best players. They have Radonovich, really nice wing, small forward type. So they look pretty good. UNC, Ben Simmons, Ingram, Isaac, and Giles. So much speed, or size and length. They have 4 juniors and a senior in their starting lineup. Feist is their worst player, but he's an 89 junior. So, they're going to be really good next year. They're returning 4 starters as well, but they do lose Ben Simmons. So they got kind of a 2-year window to me. Texas really just has Buddy Hield at this point. Florida State, all auto gens, but look pretty good. Pitt, all auto gens. Virginia, Donovan Mitchell, Herter, Cam Reddish, and DeAndre Hunter are all starting for them. They're good. They have obviously an awesome backcourt with Mitchell and Herter, but yeah. If we go to Michigan State, Kennard Jackson, Jaren Jackson Jr., they look good. Probably not natty to me. Georgetown, Scal and Mo down low. Then they have 1 good guard, but our point guard and small forward are not great. Louisville, defending national champs. They have a really good backcourt with Fox and Murray, but their front court and wings and just not great. UCLA, Jalen and Jason, and then Bagley's not even starting. It's kind of weird. Wake, Ole Miss, Marquette, Maryland doesn't have any of our guys right now. The Zags, Doncic, Siakam, Markkanen. They don't have a great center, but other than that, they look really good. We'll see if Luka can take a big step this year. Michigan, Shea, Poole, Brown, Mo Wagner all starting. Oregon should be, Bull and Jamal Murray. Kentucky's got Bridges and Vando. Tech, Georgia Tech has Wendell Carter down low. So that is kind of the top 25 right now. Okay, so we're going to sim to around the mid-season point, and then we'll take a look at how everything's going. Alrighty, so midway point, let's look at the polls here, see how the teams are doing. So Indiana, 14-0, Texas, Ole Miss, Louisville, all 4 undefeated right now. Indiana killing it. They look like one of the best teams. Texas, don't really buy them. Ole Miss, 490s. Ole Miss is actually pretty good. Duke. See if any other teams kind of jumped up we didn't see early in the year. Zaga 12, Illinois, Pitt, Tennessee, Arkansas State. So nothing huge surprising there. Let's look at leaders. Bam Adebayo leading the country in scoring. 28 a game, almost 10 rebounds, 2 blocks. So he is killing it. Scal for Georgetown, killing it as well. So all the big men. Jahlil Okafor, Buddy Hield, 25 a game. Luke Kennard, 24. DeJounte Murray, 24, 4 and 3, 2 steals. Jamal Murray, 22. I even thought he'd be scoring more for Oregon right now. He's by far their best player. Thon Maker doing really well for Indiana. Tyler Hero is a freshman for Wisconsin, scoring 21 a game. Larry Markkanen at Gonzaga. DeAndre Ayton at Arizona. Thomas Bryant. Jaren Jackson Jr. Markelle Fultz. There we go. So that's all kind of the top scorers right now. We go rebounders. Bam. So Bam's really the high rebounder out of our real life guys with Okafor. Assists. Tyus Jones at Duke, kind of just the perfect college point guard running the show. 15 a game, 6 assists. Jamal, he's kind of doing it all. 22 and 6. Those are kind of 2 guys really leading the charge assist-wise. Steals, Markelle getting 2.7 a game. DeJounte at 2.2. So Markelle's having a really nice year. 21, 5, 4, 2.7 steals. If we go blocks, Robert Williams at LSU makes sense. Time Lord, always a good shot blocker. Wendell Carter, Mo Wagner. Jared Allen at Houston as well. So that is kind of where we're sitting. Jonathan Isaac. Jonathan Isaac's having a nice year. 19, 7, 1.4 steals, 2.6 blocks. He might get Defensive Player of the Year, which makes sense. Okay, mid-season points. So we're going to look at recruiting. Okay, getting into the top 3. So for Cole Anthony, Gonzaga, Oregon, UNC, high-flying style. Maybe UNC, offense is strong. Nico, Arizona, Duke, Michigan State. Wants to be Arizona primary ball handler. Maxey, Kentucky, Texas, UCLA. LaMelo, Oregon, UCLA, Florida. So, all three pretty good options. Tyrese, Indiana, Wisconsin, Iowa State. So it looks like he wants to stay in the Midwest, maybe team up with Romeo Langford. Anthony Edwards, Gonzaga, Florida, or maybe Georgia. So I'm guessing either Gonzaga or Florida. He'd also play 1 year or 2 years with Luka, which would be crazy. Desmond Bain, Purdue, Tech, Butler. Jaden McDaniels, Washington, Kentucky, San Diego State. Okoro, Auburn, Clemson, Duke. Patrick Williams, Florida State, UNC, Virginia. Obi Toppin, Dayton, St. John's, Virginia. Okongwu, USC, UCLA, Oregon. James Wiseman, Kentucky, Vanderbilt, Memphis. Isaiah Stewart, Michigan, Syracuse, Washington. Vernon Carey, Duke, Michigan, Miami. And then Precious, Memphis, St. John's, or possibly Georgetown. So we'll look at them again at the end of the year. Okay, so now we are just going to sit right before the tournament here, and we'll take another look at where everything's sitting. Alrighty, so just before Selection Sunday here, I just want to look at polls here. So Indiana 31-1, so they should be the #1 overall seed for sure. Look really good. Oh, they actually, who are they missing? I feel like they're missing someone. Maybe not though. Kansas, Duke, UNC. Those look like the top 4 seeds to me. Maybe Ole Miss or Louisville sneak in, but wow, okay. No Gonzaga, is there? The Gonzaga is not the top 25 with Luka, and so who knows what seed they're going to be. Okay. Let's get into Selection Sunday. So here we go. So Indiana, Kansas, Duke, Ole Miss, UNC, they have it. Georgia Tech, Michigan on the bubble. Wow, Michigan. They have a good team. So Indiana, East Region, Kansas, UNC, Ole Miss. So that, I can't remember who the other guy who I thought might be a 1 seed is, but one of those 2 seeds is going to be really good. Duke. So Duke, Ole Miss. So it's Indiana, Marquette, Wake, UConn, Kansas, Louisville, Houston, Michigan State, UNC, Dunkes, Arizona, Mass, Ole Miss, Duke, NC State, Texas. And none of those regions really jump out like, wow, that one's tough. ACC blowing all the other conferences out of the water with 10. No one else has more than 4. Michigan does get in. They were really the only bubble team with much of our guys on it, so I'm glad they did get in. So here's kind of our matchups. Georgetown, UConn in the second round. That's a tough second round game. Virginia, Colorado, Marquette, Ole Miss, Illinois, Memphis, Oregon State, could play Texas, Kentucky, NC State. So that could be, they have Bam versus Kentucky, maybe. Oregon, Duke. That's a pretty good second round game for sure. And if we go to this side, Kansas might have to play Gonzaga. Gonzaga's coming in as a 9 seed. They must have some injuries. Oh, Siakam out. Lowry. So Siakam, if they advance through, could, yeah. So they're missing like 2 of their 3 best players. No Siakam. That's too bad. If they made the second round, if they end up beating Kansas, he could be back, but they still got to get through Maryland. So Kansas, that could be really tough. Florida State, Michigan State, Arkansas State, Michigan. Michigan could easily win that. Then they could play Houston, Louisville, UNC Tech, UNLV, Temple, Missouri, Arizona, LSU, Fresno State, Dunkes, and Oral Roberts. Okay, we are going to just simulate through this first round. So Indiana advances, #1 team in the country right now. Oh, Langford's coming off the bench for them now. But yeah, really good team. 3 superstars. Stanford wins. Georgetown, UConn. So Georgetown advances with Scal. Scal had 47 in this one. Holy crap. So Scal and Mo Bamba, they just have their 2 twin towers, 7'1" and 7 feet. People have left some comments too, guys. Guys grow in this game. So like I've made guys, like I did not make Scal 7 or Mo 7'1". And like guys, Steph Curry started, I made him like 6'3" or 6'4", and he went up to like 6'5", 6'6". So guys, well, some of the guys actually grow in this game. It's kind of interesting because they do start out as 18 years old, right? So, and they're going to play UConn this round. Virginia 6 goes down with Mitchell and Herter. Wow. They got killed by Tech with Wendell Carter. 31-10, 2 assists, 2 steals, 4 blocks. So Wendell Carter was absolutely incredible. Knocks off Mitchell and Herter, who made the national championship last year. Gonna play Wake Forest in the second round. Colorado goes down to BC. Marquette advances. Ole Miss advances. They're gonna play Illinois. Oregon State goes down to North Arizona, so 12 wins. Texas pretty close with Lafayette. Buddy Hield had 28. Oh, they have Jackson Hayes as well. Kentucky wins. Bridges had 15. He's averaging 15 a game right now. Vando had 12, or is averaging 12. They're going to play NC State with Bam, who's debatably the best player in the country right now as a junior for NC State. Not a ton of talent around him, only as point guards even above a 90, but they got him. Jamal Murray had 21 in this one. They advance over Colorado State, and then Duke whoops Davidson. Super balanced Duke team. They definitely could do some damage in the tournament. So Duke, Oregon, that's a good game. Kentucky, NC State. Texas has North Arizona. Ole Miss, Illinois. BC, Marquette. Georgia Tech, Wake. Georgetown, UConn, Indiana, Stanford. Go to this side. So Kansas advances. Trey had 9. Fultz, Beasley, Okafor. That Kansas team, man, if they get hot. And Gonzaga goes down. Luka went up to 16 a game this year. 27 in this one, but they didn't have Siakam. They're still going to have him and Markkanen next year, but they do lose Pascal. Yeah, they got to hope they, I mean, I want to see Luka go on some runs here. So hopefully they have a better year next year. Florida State advances. They're going to play Michigan State. Luke Kennard had 26. Jaren Jackson Jr. had 18. Michigan advances. So I thought if Michigan gets in, like, this team has a ton of talent. They're young. A lot of like sophomores and stuff, other than their 2 big guys are upperclassmen, but a lot of young players. But I mean, they have a lot of talent. So they beat Arkansas State. They're going to play Houston in the second round. Tulsa beats Ball State. Louisville advances with Fox and Murray. How was Fox this year? Ooh, Fox was kind of quiet this year. 8.5. DeJounte was really their big time scorer. I don't think they're going to be getting back to the dance, but we'll see. UNC advances. Simmons 12. Jonathan Isaacs 33. Harry Giles 24. They are just so balanced. Brandon Ingram only getting 11 a game. They're going to play they're going to play UNLV. Temple advances. UMass beat Northeastern. Miami advances. Arizona advances. Lonzo had 32, 6, and 5. DeAndre 22 and 10. So they just have their two-man game here with those two. LSU advances. LSU, Sexton, Naz Reid, and Robert Williams. Like, that's a really nice trio. That's, in a few years, like in 2 years, I guess Roberts. So next year's like Roberts last year. So that could be their really go-to year next year. Miami, Arizona, Temple, Mass, UNC, UNLV, Tulsa, Louisville, Michigan, Houston, Florida State, Michigan State, Kansas, Maryland. So no game I want to watch this week, but we will watch 2 over the course of the tournament. So Indiana, whoops Stanford, Malik, Porter, Thon, Langford off the bench. UConn beats Georgetown with their 2 big guys down low. Wow. Okay. I mean, they have their own 7'2" big guy, who kind of went to work this year. Really good player. So they advance over Georgetown. Wow, Georgia Tech advances an 11 seed, getting through. Beat Wake Forest. BC goes down to Marquette. Ole Miss beats Illinois. 1 seed keeps going. Texas won. Buddy Hield had 28. Kentucky goes down to NC State. So Bridges and Vando were not enough for Bam, who had 19, 7, 2, and he was honestly not his biggest day, but he played well. Oregon goes down to Duke. That's going to be it for Jamal Murray. Honestly, his last year might have been a little better than this year. How was Bull this year? 5.9, so just okay. So that is it there. And then for Duke, Tyus 14 and 7, Knox 15, Bender had 22 and 9. So we're going to have NC State, Duke, Ole Miss, Texas, Georgia Tech, Marquette, Indiana, UConn. This side, Kansas beat Maryland. Young, Fultz, Beasley, Okafor all played pretty. I mean, Young was kind of quiet, but Okafor was really good down low. Beat Maryland. Michigan State beats Florida State. Jaren Jackson Jr., Josh Jackson, Kennard, their big three all played decent. Michigan almost beat Houston. Jordan Poole had 25. Shea, I mean, they lose Mo. That's the problem because the rest of their guys are young, but they lose Mo. But they'll still have these three next year: Brown, Poole, Shea. Louisville advances, so they're going to play Tulsa. They're going to play Houston. De'Aaron 14-2-2, DeJounte 11. So neither of their guards played great, but they advance. UNC. Oh no, they go down to UNLV. That's shocking. Such a good team. So that's it for Ben Simmons. They're still going to be really good next year, but yeah, they go down. Temple loses to Mass. Arizona loses. Oh no, we're losing a lot of our guys here. DeAndre had 22-11. Lonzo had 19-5-4. Lonzo's only a junior and DeAndre's a sophomore. So they'll have their two big guys back next year. LSU advances. So LSU's going on a bit of a run with Sexton, Nas, and Robert Williams. So we got LSU, Miami, UNLV, Mass, Houston, Louisville, Kansas, Michigan State. And then, yeah, we looked at this side. So we're just going to keep going here. Indiana advances, so it was kind of their bigger guys down low, Porter and Maker. Marquette advances. Ole Miss advances. Duke beats NC State. So Bam had 35 and 10, but not enough for Bender, Knox, and Tyus. So we're going to have Ole Miss Duke. So it's 1-2, 1-2 on this side of the bracket. Indiana, Marquette, Ole Miss, Duke. This side, oh my goodness, Kansas got their shit rocked by Michigan State. Wow, Kansas goes down. And so is that it for Fultz as a junior, Beasley's a senior, and Okafor is a senior. So they lose two of their four big guys. So damn, I don't know, Kansas. And then Louisville advances. So Louisville going on another run. De'Aaron was 10-2 or 10-2 for 2 blocks. DeJounte 7. So DeJounte, I think, is hurt, and they're still kind of getting it done here. And like the rest of their starters are not great, but they're playing good enough. Mass beats UNLV. LSU advances. So Sexton, Nas, and Robert, Time Lord, are playing well. Yeah, they get to the Elite 8 and they play Mass. Like, that's a winnable game. So Michigan State, Louisville, Mass, LSU on this side. And then we have Indiana, Ole Miss, Duke. So I'm really hoping Indiana and Duke advance just because I want to see some of our guys. And then either of those teams are good. And I definitely am hoping LSU advances on that side. Okay, let's go. Indiana goes down. This felt like their shot with Thon Maker. So Maker's gone next year. They lose their big man down low and they lose to Marquette. And then Duke wins by 2 over Ole Miss. Tyus, Dragon Bender had 28. Knox was a little quiet. So there we go. And LSU advances. Sexton had 10, Nas 13, and Robert Williams 19-9. He also had 2 blocks. So we got to get through Michigan State, Louisville. Michigan State wins. So Jaren Jackson Jr., big game. 25-10. 2 steals, 2 blocks. Josh Jackson, Kennard. They have a nice group. They're going to play LSU, Marquette, Duke. So we're going to watch LSU, Michigan State here. And then we'll watch the winner of the Duke Marquette game versus the winner of Michigan State, LSU. LSU, what a run for them. So they're only a 95 overall, but they have a chance to book their ticket to the national championship. This is a very good Michigan State team, really good defensively with the 2 Jacksons. Kennard, really good shooter from the outside. So 27-11 LSU, and they make it. Sexton, only a sophomore. Nas is a player, is so young. They have 1 senior in their starting lineup. I think Michigan State, like, is Kennard. Kennard's a senior, but Jerry, yeah, okay. They're relatively young. Yeah, juniors, a couple of seniors. So they're more of a balance. LSU, Peyton's a senior, but everyone else, like, they're starting a sophomore. I think Hull's a freshman, and then a freshman and a junior. So super young. So Sexton's number 4, Nas 0, Robert 1. Kennard is 4, Josh Jackson 25, and Jaren Jackson 23. So here we go. Lots of size down low for LSU with Nas and Robert. Jaren Jackson for Michigan State. Bad entry pass there by the Michigan State point guard. LSU up court. Oh, he's just going to turn into that. Missed that jump shot there, though. Okay, here's the point guard for Michigan State, bringing it up. Inside, kick, and that's Kennard. Oh, you do not want to leave Luke Kennard open for many of those shots. He misses his first three, though. I thought he would have hit that. So Sexton's number 4 with kind of the afro at the top here. Kind of passing this Robert, couple of pumps, blow. Oh, they're calling that a foul. So Robert Williams going to go to the free throw line here. First one up and good. Second one, he hits both. Michigan State needs an answer here. Over. Oh, that's Jaren Jackson. He can hit those. You don't want to leave Jaren Jackson on the elbow. He's got a really nice jump shot. Nails that one. Here's quick ups for LSU. They have a lot of athleticism. Here's Sexton. Run a little pick and roll there with Williams. Over to their point guard. He's just going to step into that 3, miss it. Nice rebound by Jaren Jackson Jr. See if Michigan State tries to push this at all. Got Kennard. Oh, that's a second turnover for Michigan State's point guard. Not liking his passing right now. Sexton over the wing, back up to Sexton. He tries an entry pass, miss, and they get it up and in. I think that was Nas Reed with the little tip in right there. Both teams have some bad entry passes, but they're able to get it to fall there. Here's June. Okay, and then Luke Kennard. He's got to hit that one. Boom. Luke Kennard. So they're doing, looks like LSU's playing a little bit of zone. They get it into Jaren Jackson Jr. at kind of the free throw line, and then if the defense sucks down, they kick it to Kennard for that triple. They've done that twice. 5-4 Michigan State lead. Sexton over inside to Robert Williams. Oh, nice move on Jaren Jackson Jr. And he finishes with authority. Robert Williams puts it back up to 6-5. That was a great dunk. Great move by Williams on Jaren Jackson Jr. Here's Michigan State. Josh Jackson getting into the lane, and Josh Jackson finishes that one. So Josh Jackson, lots of JJs for Michigan State. Here's Sexton up top. Another pass. Oh, and Jaren Jackson Jr. just absolutely swats that. Here's Kennard. Lots of rim protection for Michigan State. That's a long triple. Michigan State comes up short on that one. I've really not liked their point guard right now for LSU. Here's LSU out and running. Sorry, didn't like Michigan State's point guard there. His passing, shooting, not really great so far. LSU scores on the break, though. There's actually a nice pass this time into Jaren Jackson Jr. Tries a little hook, but he gets fouled. So he's going to go to the line here. Jaren Jackson Jr. First one is up and good. So Nas Reed is going to come out right now for LSU. 2 minutes left in this half. Okay, second attempt for Jaren Jackson Jr. is up and good. So 9-8 lead Michigan State. Oh, horrible pass by LSU. They're able to get it back. Here's Colin Sexton up top. Really nice sophomore guard for the Tigers. Nice entry pass. And then the foul on Jaren Jackson Jr. Really nice pass. Threaded the needle there. Here's the lefty at the line for LSU. He hits the first. Second one is up and good. Okay, here we go. Michigan State. Looks like they got a different point guard in right now. Jaren Jackson Jr. again on the elbow. Silky smooth for JJ, or Triple J. Oh, there we go. Pass, it's just some bad passes by both teams. Here's Michigan State up top, backing them down. Little fade, miss. Okay, nice rebound. Gonna push it here. And there's a little elbow, nails it. Great jumper there for LSU. Both offenses are looking actually pretty solid right now. See if they could get Kennard open for another jumper. Oh, into JJ, and Triple J nails it. Jaren Jackson Jr. has been really freaking good so far for Michigan State. He's got 6 points, protecting the rim, getting rebounds. Oh, gets him up in the air on the pump and just goes right to the lane, finishes at the hoop. LSU back up 42 seconds left. Ooh, Michigan State, little bounce or up ahead pass to Josh Jackson. Right to Kennard. Boom. So once again, inside to Jaren Jackson, they have Luke Kennard out on the wing. Quick out to Kennard, who nails another 3. So, oh man, I have loved Triple J so far for Michigan State. He has been really good. 15-14 lead. I think they're only calling that a 2 for Kennard, but same idea. Okay, here's Sexton, 9 seconds on the clock. He's just going to pull that triple. Boom! Boom, in your eye. Colin Sexton rises up at the top of the break and just drills that three to put LSU up 2. Here's Jaren Jackson Jr. Oh, that's actually a great job to get him open at the free throw line to try to tie it right before the half. But LSU, a 7 seed, one of the younger teams in the tournament for sure, has a chance to go to the natty here. They're not folding, not fumbling under pressure here, and they are giving it Michigan State more than they can handle right now. Here's Sexton up top with Williams running pick and roll inside. Here's Triple J on defense on Williams. Oh, Robert Williams with a little jump sky hook in the lane. He's been really good for LSU as well. 19-15 lead for them. Kennard open. Yeah, there's another jumper for Kennard. Drills it. You do not want that shooter to get too hot. 19-17 lead here. Pass inside over. Okay, here we go. Ooh, Robert Williams again. Oh, they're calling that a foul on JJ or Triple J. Robert Williams has been really good down low too. This is a really nice matchup with Triple J and Robert Williams. And second one is up and good. He's made all his free throws too for Robert. LSU going back to a man defensive look here. Over up top, over open on the wing. Josh Jackson hits the triple. So he's got 7. So all 3 of Michigan State's big guys. Oh, and there's a turnover. Inside and finish at the hoop, and all of a sudden a 5-point swing there for Michigan State. LSU's got to be careful with the basketball here. Another turnover. Triple J tipped that one. Josh Jackson out and running, and then a turnover. Michigan State. Both teams have been very careless with the basketball. Okay, here's Sexton up top. Can he get in the paint here? Back up top, that's an open triple. Bang! LSU Peyton. Back up for him. Both these offenses are cooking. Both teams have turned the ball over a lot. Other than that, their offense has been great. Oh, that could have been and the foul, getting to line. Okay, good job by Josh Jackson. I thought he might have pulled that 3, but instead he's going to put it on the deck, go attack Robert Williams, and get to the free throw line. Okay, first one for Josh Jackson Jr. is up and rattles home. Second one rattles not home, rattles out. So LSU 1-point lead here. Here's Sexton up top. Big, thick guard. Like, you'd like to see him try to get in the paint here. Back up top to him. Jab coming off a screen. He's got Naz Reid rolling to the hoop. Naz on a little bunny in the lane. Hits it. 26-23. LSU's offense has just been really good here. Could have had a 3 there. Going to put it on the deck. Nice crossover and finish. That was Josh Jackson, I believe. Boom. And a turnover again. Open triple, and they hit it. Michigan State. Josh Jackson just went off there. Had a couple of nice plays himself. 27-26. This is just back and forth here. Both teams playing really well, other than the turnovers. The turnovers have just been bad. Sexton inside to Robert Williams, gets him up in the air, and the bank. Robert Williams has 10 inside. Now back to Kennard, little elbow jumper, and Luke Kennard, just one of the silkiest jump shots in college basketball. Triple J has 3, and another turnover. LSU. Davis running back up to Josh, back into Davis, over. That's a triple for Dawn, and he hits it. LSU, if they lose this one, it is going to be the turnovers. They have just had way too many. They are now down 4 all of a sudden with 1:40 left. They need to score here. They need to stop the bleeding, stop turning the basketball over. Gonna have this guy coming up top. Nice pass. It's a turnover. I thought it could have been a nice pass, but LSU now just turned the ball over too many times. Here's Triple J on the elbow. This is where he wants to operate. Spin off Sexton, back out to Josh Jackson, and he hits it. Josh Jackson has 12. Jaren Jackson Jr. has like 4 assists on the day. He's been passing the ball just absolutely beautifully. Okay, LSU needs this one. They miss it, and that might do it. Down 6, minute left here. Michigan State scores. It's probably over. Here's Kennard up top. Davis on the wing. Bounce pass into Kennard. Oh, he misses the layup. Luke Kennard could have had a lefty finish. Not able to get it to drop, though. LSU needs at least a 2, but a 3 would be really what they need. Here's Williams back up to Sexton. That's a too long two miss, and they get the rebound, and they're just going to be going for free throws here. So we're going to sim to the end. Michigan State is going to get this one done. They win 34-28. Luke Kennard had 9. Josh Jackson had 12. Jaren Jackson had 6 points, 2 rebounds, 4 assists, and a block. I thought he was great. Jackson was just a really good scorer for them. Sexton was quiet, only 3 points. Robert Williams was really good. 10 points, 3 rebounds, 3 steals. The turnovers killed LSU though. 3 turnovers for Sexton, and yeah, that was kind of the difference. They had 6. Michigan State had only had 4. So that, I think, was really the difference. And Michigan State is going to advance, and they are going to either play Marquette or Duke. So let's see. And it's going to be Marquette beats Duke. Who do they even have? They have a 92, a 94, an 88, a 95, and a 92. Okay, they're actually a pretty good team. All auto gens, but definitely not bad. Okay, so let's hop into this one here. Michigan State trying to win another one. This would be at least their 3rd, I think. They definitely won 1. Yeah, this would be their 3rd national championship of the Sim. So see if they're able to get it done over Marquette, who's a 98 overall. It's definitely not a bad team at all. 30-7 versus 30-8. I think Michigan State's the favorite. But yeah, we'll see. Don Kennard, they're big. Wow, they are a big team. 6'6" and 6'7" at the guard spots for Michigan State with 2 7-footers. So they are absolutely massive. Yeah, let's see it. Don at point guard. Didn't love him in that first game we watched, but we'll see if he's a little better today. Looks like more. I would definitely not be. Oh, that's Josh Jackson Jr. and he hits it. Or no, just Josh Jackson. Jaren Jackson Jr. Josh Jackson. But Josh Jackson hits that one. Drills that open dribble, and then a turnover by Marquette. Josh Jackson over to Don. He's going to step into that 3, miss it though. Marquette get the rebound. Once again, I don't love this Don guy. I don't love him for Michigan State. He just makes weird decisions to me. Okay, Marquette up top. Oh, do you open? Oh, that could be a turnover. Really? Oh, no. Okay. Back up top. Swing. No. Oh, and that's blocked. Yep, blocked shot there. Up and blocked again. And Marquette gets it to rattle home. So Michigan State just has so much size down. Oh my gosh. Don. And here's Marquette. Triple. Boom. Hits it. This Don guy, I would bench his ass. I have not liked anything I've seen from him. Here he is up top. See Kennard coming over a screen here. No. Oh, Josh Jackson's going to pull that. Didn't love that jump shot. So Michigan State been a little weird on offense so far here. Definitely would be manning up. I would not be playing zone against this Michigan State team with Kennard on the wing. Oh, that's a nice spin move. Spin again. Gets cut off, but that's a 3 for Marquette. Oh, spills out. Josh Jackson, or Triple J with a nice rebound. Here's Don kind of leading the break. Little jab step, try to go baseline, gets cut off. Back to Don, back into Triple J. There it is, rattles home. I liked that pass from Don. Nice entry pass to Triple J, and he's able to get it to drop. Here's Marquette trying to run a little bit here. Oh, hard screen, open for the triple. Doesn't get it to fall, though. That was a great play by Marquette. Couldn't get the jumper to drop. Don, another. What is this guy's overall? Because, man, I have not liked him. AJ Don, senior point guard. He's a 92 overall, but, man, this guy just turns the ball over like nobody's business. I just do not enjoy him. Okay, Marquette out and trying to push it a little bit. Here's an open elbow jumper. Get it to drop. Elbow baseline jumper. Okay, here's Don. Is he going to throw it away? He gets the bounce pass. Kennard. They're taking out Josh Jackson, their best scorer. I don't know, Michigan State. I don't know if I'd be taking him out right now, but okay. Over. That's a tough contested jumper, but he drills the midi. Nice play by Guang. Here's Marquette running. Top, back. Drop it inside. Turn around. High off glass. Get their own offensive rebound. Miss, though. Marquette hasn't been great. They've gotten some offensive rebounds, but not great finishing under the hoop right now. Here's Don. Can they get Kennard open for a triple? That'd be what I really want to do right here. Try to get Kennard open. He's the back, maybe the best shooter in basketball right now. Inside, back up top. Dawn is just controlling the basketball. Inside, here's Kennard. Triple, miss. Not able to get it to drop. Here's Marquette, kind of a 2-on-2. Drop it inside, and Marquette finishes. 9-7 lead for Marquette. Swing. Oh, nice move. Oh, he gets his own rebound. Blocked. Oh, nice. Nice defense under the hoop. Here's Marquette out and running, and they get that to go. So all of a sudden they're up 11-7. Luke Kennard is now out for Michigan State. They got 38 seconds down 4. Definitely want to get at least 2 here before halftime. I think they got Josh Jackson back in. They're kind of good wing scorer. At least they have Dawn out for Michigan State. I cannot watch that guy. Here's a zone, it looks like, for Marquette. Jackson, no. 12 seconds. Jackson, he's going to hit that. Miss. So Michigan State is cold right now. Marquette, 6 seconds left on the clock. Mays. Oh, that's what? Why would you have not taken that? You were wide open. Oh my goodness. Marquette could have doubled them up if they would have hit that 3, but it is 11-7 Marquette here. Michigan State just not been good offensively right now. Marquette's playing really good defense, not leaving shooters open, not letting Jaren Jackson Jr. get, much going down low. So obviously if you're a Marquette fan, you got to be absolutely loving this right now. Okay, put it on the deck. Over. That's an open triple. Oh, that guy's been open for a ton of threes for Marquette and hasn't really been hitting him. Here's Dawn trying to run. Back up. Triple J. Couple of pumps there. Over to the elbow. Josh Jackson hits it. That's just a 2, though. A little mid-range. Dawn does have 3 assists, but he probably has 3 turnovers to go along with it. Elbow. Get him on the pump. No. Back out. Pick and roll. Pull. Over to the wing. Put it on the deck. No. Really taking a lot of the shot clock. That's an open triple. Not able to get it to go, though. Marquette has some open threes and just not getting them to drop. If they were hitting their threes, this one would probably be over right now. Inside to Kennard. High off glass. Doesn't get it to drop. Michigan State is just icy right now, man. Here's Marquette. Inside. What a pass. And they get the foul. That's a great pass. And I like Marquette right now. I am not liking what I'm seeing from Michigan State. Really nice bounce pass. He goes up and fouled. Okay, first one is up and good. Second shot up and good. So there it is. 13-9. 4-point lead here. Here's Kennard. Gets a little bounce pass back up to Dawn. Oh, Josh Jackson misses. And Michigan State is not getting rebounds down there. They have so much size, but Marquette is doing their thing and they get the little off the glass in transition and a turnover. Oh, if Marquette got that to drop, they would have been up 8. Instead, they're up 6. Dawn, just the turnovers, Michigan State, not getting shots to fall, not getting easy shots underneath. Here's Josh Jackson, miss again. Oh, finally, Triple J gets the rebound. He gets, oh, no foul. I thought they were going to call that a defensive foul. Instead, Marquette out and running. What a pass. Baseball pass, and Michigan State is on the ropes here. 17-9, Michigan State. Josh Jackson is just trying every one of those threes. Fine, another offensive rebound, Michigan State. Couple of pumps, finally get one of those to drop underneath. Josh Jackson, he's been just, oh, and there's a turnover, Marquette. Over Dawn, high off glass, doesn't get it to drop though. Here's Marquette. When they see any opening, Marquette is pushing the basketball. Gonna pull it out here. 2:30 left. Nothing. Oh, bounce pass inside. Oh, huge block, Michigan State. Huge block. One of their 2 7-footers underneath. Here's Kennard into Dawn. Can't make him pay though. Dawn. Entry pass, high off glass. That was a risky pass by Dawn, but he is able to get it inside and they're able to finish, cut it down to a 4-point lead for Marquette now. 1:47 left. Marquette calls a timeout. Oh, wow. Great screen there. Gets Kennard down. Inside blocked. Josh Jackson. Okay, it starts feel like Michigan State's defense inside is starting to give Marquette problems, but they need to convert right here. Oh, Kennard could have been open for a triple there. Oh, Kennard! Out to Kennard! Oh my God, Kennard, you got to shoot that. Oh, Josh Jackson. Oh, rattles home, cuts it down to 1 with 1:17 left. Marquette calls the timeout. Josh Jackson is 1 for 5, I think, from 3, or 2 for 6, something like that, but does get that one to drop. 17-16. Marquette holding on to the lead. 1 point here, 1:15 left. Over. Back up top. Entry pass, and the foul. Oh my goodness. A possible 3-point play would put Marquette back up 2 possessions. It is up. He misses it. They get their own rebound. Blocked. Get the rebound again. Oh my God, he missed it. Marquette could have went up 5 there. Instead of it's a 3-point game. Here's Dawn into Kennard. Back up to Dawn. Kennard. Triple bang! Luke Kennard ties it with 19 all with 47 seconds left. Marquette, they zoned. I said you cannot play zone against Michigan State. You're going to leave Kennard open for too many triples, and he's just too good of a shooter. They tried to zone up. Kennard hits a triple to tie it. Marquette had all those putbacks underneath. They could have went up 5. Oh, here's Marquette back up top. 22 on the shot clock, 30 in the game clock. Oh my, what happened? Oh my gosh, Michigan State's defense. They leave him wide open for a mid-range jumper. He doesn't hit it. Okay, Michigan State, you got 20 seconds left. National championship on the line. Dawn trying to get in the paint, pulls it back. Jaren Jackson Jr. back up to Dawn. 11 seconds, 10, 9, 8. Oh, that's a turnover. Marquette, 5, 4, 3. Oh my. Oh, bricks it. We're going to overtime. I didn't love that shot. That was a very long triple. We got a 3-minute OT here. Marquette and Michigan State. Jaren Jackson wins the tip. Okay, here's Dawn. Huge triple by Kennard. Then I think it was Dawn with another turnover. Here's Triple J working. They're zoning up. He has a little hook shot. Wow, nice shot by Jaren Jackson Jr. Okay, Marquette. 21-19, gave up the lead there. Those putbacks could have ended it. Nothing, can't get in the paint. Michigan State's defense inside is really turned up. Oh, there's a little elbow jumper. Beautiful, off the glass. Marquette drills it. Okay, Dawn, quick up, timeout. What do we got? Okay, hard screen, not able to get it there. Out of bounds, Marquette ball. Oh, they're calling that Marquette ball. Okay, I thought it went off a Marquette defender's foot, but 21-all Marquette basketball. Okay, 21-all Marquette basketball. 2:15. Haynes on the wing here. Screen. Drop it inside. Little baseline. No. Big rebound, Michigan State. Out and running. They got a 2-man. Oh my God, alley-oop. Oh my goodness, what a finish. An alley-oop from the 3-point line, and Michigan State finishes with authority. 23-21. Coming off the screen, little elbow getting the lane, and he gets fouled. Going to the line. Chadwick. First one is up, and he back rims it. 23-21. Second shot is up, and it's good. So Marquette goes 1 of 2. Stuck 1 here. Here's Kennard up. So 1:38 left here. Michigan State has a 1-point lead. Here's Dawn. Trying to get in the paint here. Kick. Josh Jackson Jr. gets cut off. Back up to Dawn. Jackson on the wing. Inside, here's JJ. Oh no, that's Dawn, and he hits the elbow jumper to go up 3. 2 assists for Triple J. Marquette trying to run. Back up to Hayes. No. Pull it back out. Screen. No. Inside. Oh, wow. What a block. Oh, no, they're calling that a foul. I thought that was just a block. Foul. Go to the line. He missed 1 free throw. The same guy last possession. He hits the first one here, though. Trying to cut it back down to 1. Chadwick at the line. Hits the second. So back to 1 here. Davis, Kennard, back up to Dawn. 1-point game, 43 seconds. Here's Josh Jackson, back up to Dawn. I'd like to see Kennard or Triple J. That's who I'm looking for here. Here's Kennard in the corner. Miss. Triple J rebound. Oh, and they're calling a foul? Intentional. Oh, intentional foul. Oh, so we got to do the whole foul thing here. This should be the last foul to put them at the line here. They get it into Kennard. Probably not who you want to foul if you're Marquette. But here's Luke Kennard trying to put him back up 3 here. First one up. Oh, 1-and-1, and he misses it. Wow, Luke Kennard. Marquette, 16 seconds. Oh my gosh, you could have just tried that right there. Michigan State, can you get an 8? So, hey, 7-6. They're just going last shot here for Marquette. 5, 4, open triple. Bowie front. Oh my gosh. That was as open of a 3 ball as you could ever get on the just corner. Oh, and Michigan State holds on. Josh Jackson wins player of the game. Oh my goodness, Marquette. They were bad from 3. They were 1 for 9 from 3. That was the difference. They just couldn't hit any, where Michigan State hit 3. So that was the difference. Kennard had 3. No one even played that good. Jackson was good, 4, 5, 2 assists, a block. But wow, Michigan State holds on. They're going to win their 3rd national championship of the sim. So they lose Don Kennard and then their whole bench. So we'll see with them. Player of the year, Bam, who's going to be back next year. Nice year. Mid-major coach. Defensive player of the year, Bam gets that as well. Big man, Bam. So Bam went off. Tyler Hero was great for Wisconsin. First team, Jamal, DeJounte, Roller, Scal, and Adebayo. Lonzo, Buddy Hield, Triple J, and Okafor for Kansas. Freshman, Trey Jones, 12.8 a game with 3 assists. Tyler Hero, Zion, 10 a game, 3 rebounds. Decent year. DeAndre Hunter, 9, and Jackson Hayes. So there we go. Okay, last thing we're going to do here is just look at the recruiting for this year. Okay, here's National Signing Day for this 2019 class, our second last recruiting class. So Cole Anthony selects Gonzaga. So he'll be playing with Luka for the next 2 years. You know, nice 1-2 punch in the backcourt for them. I like that. Nico chooses Michigan State. So he's going to go to the national champions. So nice guard for them. Maxey going to go to UCLA. I like that fit. LaMelo heads to Florida. Okay, cool. Tyrese goes to Indiana, so he wants to play with Romeo Langford. That's a nice backcourt. Anthony Edwards ends up at Florida. So Florida gets LaMelo and Edwards. So that's going to be a nasty backcourt. Wow, I like that. So Desmond Bane signs with Texas Tech. Jaden McDaniels goes to San Diego State, basically their next Kawhi. Isaac Okoro goes to Clemson, aligns with their style of play, and he wants to play with Zion. So Zion gets a running mate with Isaac Okoro. Patrick Williams goes to Virginia. So they have a ton of just wings. They have him, they got DeAndre Hunter, and they got Reddish last year. Obi Toppin heads to Dayton. Okongwu goes to USC. James Wiseman goes to Vandy, and I'm pretty sure they got Darius Garland last year. So that's a nice 1-2 combo there. Isaiah Stewart goes to Michigan. So Michigan gets a center. They lost Mo Wagner, so they get him. Vernon Carey goes for Duke, and then Precious goes to Georgetown. So there is the recruiting class, guys. I'm going to make these guys, put them on the rosters, and then we'll get in the 2020 season. Alrighty, guys. So start of the 2020 season. We only have 3 years left in this sim. So bring up the rosters here first. So this is what we're looking like right now. Michigan State, this is their squad. So they got 3 guys. Duke, 3, all like juniors or under. So that's pretty good. UCLA, Bagley and Tatum added. Maxey, Florida, Mitchell Robinson, Simons, and LaMelo Ball and Anthony Edwards. So that's a really good combo here for Florida. Vanderbilt and Bridges. UNC has Isaac, Ingram, Giles, Knox, and Kobe White. So that's a good group. Indiana, Monk, Porter, Romeo Langford, Tyrese Halliburton. Not a lot of size, but a lot of good wings and depth scoring. Virginia, Herder, Reddish, Hunter, and Patrick Williams. Lonzo and Arizona, or Lonzo and DeAndre with Arizona, their last year together. Obi and James Wiseman, I had to redshirt for 1 year just because they had no freshmen coming in their class that I could create those players as. So they're just going to come into next year's class. Bam is last year at NC State. He won player of the year last year. He had a crazy year. Michigan still got Shea, Bruce, Jordan Poole. They bring in Isaiah Stewart this year. They could do some damage. LSU, Williams, Sexton, Nas, they made the national championship last year, and everyone's a year older, and they have their 3 big guys. They have a shot. Gonzaga, Lowry, Luka's only a junior somehow. It feels like he's been here a while, and Cole Anthony. So Pretty good threesome. Garland's going to have Wiseman. Zion got Isaac Okoro, two pretty good athletes on the wing for them. So that is where we're sitting with that. This is what the recruiting class is going to look like, guys. So this is the last recruiting class in the sim. So I actually made like a kind of giant one with basically the next 3 classes all combined into one. I kind of went over it before, so I'm not going to break down why I'm doing this again, but basically now even all these guys, when they get recruited, they're only going to be playing 2 years of college basketball. So, you know, it's going to be a really big class, but they're only going to get to play about half their total years. So that is what we are working for with this class. Let's just get into the first bit of the recruiting now. So starting it out, here we go. So starting with Cade Skill, versatile guard. He's like in Michigan State, UNC, Florida, Kentucky, Texas. Davion Mitchell, a dynamic guard, really good defensively talented. Georgia, Virginia, Gonzaga, LSU, Texas Tech. Ivy, a combo guard, can really get in the paint. Purdue, Indiana, Kentucky, UCLA, Duke. Scoot Henderson, a super athletic point guard. Georgia Tech, Florida, Auburn, Michigan, Kansas. Moving over to shooting guards, we got Jalen Green, a high-scoring guard, you know, could be the star of a program. Kentucky, Oregon, Arizona, Memphis, UCLA. Jalen Suggs, you know, really good defensive guard. Gonzaga, Minnesota, Michigan State, Florida State, Ohio State. Shaden Sharp, crazy athlete. Kentucky, Arizona, Duke, Kansas, UCLA. Asar Thompson, super explosive guard, good defensively. Stanford, Arizona, USC, Texas, Oregon. Josh Giddey, you know, kind of a point guard, shooting guard, small forward mix. Zags, Michigan, Duke, Baylor, Arizona. Moving into small forward, Zaire Williams, really smooth, versatile forward. Stanford, UNC, Arizona, Oregon. Scotty Barnes, defensive ability, can pass the ball, turn out to be a star in the NBA. Florida State, Kentucky, Duke, Miami, Clemson. Jonathan Kuminga, a dynamic scorer with the ability to take over games. Tech, Duke, Kentucky, Auburn, Georgia. Amen Thompson, known for his athleticism, play above the rim, really good athlete as well. UCLA, Oregon, USC, Texas, Stanford. Jalen Williams, kind of turned into a star with the Thunder right now. Colorado, Arizona, Kansas, UCLA, Texas. Franz Wagner, strong perimeter game, basketball IQ, went to Michigan in real life. He's leaning there. Villanova, Duke, Arizona, Baylor. Power forwards, Evan Mobley, really good, you know, high skill level, can protect the rim. USC, UCLA, Oregon, Arizona, Stanford. Paolo Banchero, a big man with a polished offensive game. Duke, Kentucky, UW, UNC, Gonzaga. Jabari Smith Jr., stretch four with a smooth shooting stroke. Auburn, Georgia, Florida State, Tennessee, LSU. Jeremy Sochan, kind of a Draymond Green type player. Baylor, Texas, Kansas, Virginia, Michigan State. Keegan Murray, kind of that stretch four. Iowa, Duke, UNC, Virginia, Kansas. Then we get into Chet Holmgren, obviously super athletic, kind of do-it-all center. Gonzaga, Minnesota, Michigan, Duke, Kentucky. Victor Wembanyama, so this will be very interesting to see where he will go. Kentucky, Duke, Florida State, Texas, Gonzaga, and then Jalen Duren, really like athletic, you know, roll to the bucket center. He's looking at Memphis, Villanova, Michigan, Kentucky, UCLA. So an absolutely loaded class. We are going to check again at the mid-season point and take a look at this. Now I want to look at the polls. So this will be what all the teams are looking like with their auto-gen players as well. So I mean, this Indiana team's loaded. They just don't really have a center. They have Monk. They have Langford coming off the bench too. So they have a lot of wing talent, but just no big guy. UNC, they lost Ben Simmons, but they still have Ingram, Isaac, Giles. They have another guard coming off the bench. Yeah, like UNC is going to be really good. UCLA, Tatum and Bagley down low. They have Maxey coming off the bench. Duke, RJ Barrett, Kevin. Wow, they are really good. For all their starters in the 90s. Kansas, Trae Young, Markelle Fultz. Those are really their 2 stars. And, you know, the rest of their players are decent. Kentucky, Bridges and Vando, and not a ton else. Marquette made the Natty last year, just 2. Mo Bamba down low. They always have big men. They don't really have wings or guards right now. Arizona, Lonzo and DeAndre 8 playing their 2-man game here. They have a nice shooting guard beside them, but their forwards are just okay. Florida State, 490s. Houston with Jared Allen controlling their defense. Texas doesn't have it. Oh, they have Jackson Hayes down low. LSU made the national championship last year, but Nas 89, Sexton 94. Their guards, you know, guard and small forward just aren't good enough. Pitt, Temple, NC State has Adebayo, who's one of the best players in the country, but their next best player is an 87. Stanford, really nothing special. Oregon with Bull down low. Louisville just has De'Aaron Fox now. Gonzaga, Doncic, Anthony Markkanen. Those are their kind of big guys they're going to be relying on. Really would like to see Luka take that step this year and just absolutely dominate. So that is what we are running with right now, guys. We are going to sim to, middle of January, and then we'll see where everything's at. All right, so there we go. We're at the mid-season point. Let's look at the polls. So Indiana, 16-1, Georgetown, UNC, all one loss. Marquette, Kentucky, Kansas, Oregon, UCLA, Duke, Michigan. So they weren't in their preseason top 5, but Bruce Brown has went up to 97 overall. Poole, Isaiah Stewart starting for them down low. Florida, we didn't see. So LaMelo, Anthony, Edwards, all starting. Those three. So they'll have all three because there's only 3 years left. So Simons is a sophomore. So that's going to be their 3-man guard backcourt, wing backcourt for the rest of the sim. That is crazy. LSU, Michigan State, Mannion is starting for them with Josh and Jaren. Texas, BC, Temple, UConn, Gonzaga 14-2 with Luka. Okay, let's look at some stats. League leaders, Jarrett Allen. Oh my gosh, 29 a game with 3.3 blocks. Bam. So I think a lot with these two, it's they're their only players on their team, so they just get so much run. Keep going. Markel, 24 a game. Damn, Markel's playing well. Tyler Hero. Wow, look at his 2 years. Once again, he's really the only guy for Wisconsin. Arizona, Lonzo going off. 24-5, 2 steals, killing it. DeAndre Ayton. So they are really a 2-man show with Ayton and Lonzo. But I mean, that's a pretty good pair to get you far. Lowry is going for 22.5. Triple J, 22.5 with 3 blocks. Knox, Mitchell Robinson, Michael Porter Jr., 21. Malik Monk at 21. Bridges, Wendell Carter. O'Shea is at 20.5, 4 and 4. Okay, so that's where we're sitting at points. Rebounds, Robert Williams right near the top. Jared Allen, Mitchell Robinson, 9.8. Assists. Anybody having a big assist here? Tyus Jones, or Trey Jones leading the way at Minnesota. Jason Tatum at 2.7 a game. He is absolutely killing it. 19 points, not crazy scoring numbers at UCLA, but and then blocks, Jared Allen leading the country in scoring and basically leading in blocks, one of the best rebounders. So he is just an absolute stud for Houston right now. What's he shooting from the field? I'm assuming it's 51. Honestly, I thought it'd be higher. He's shooting a few threes. Okay, let's look at the recruiting here. Okay, mid-season point. So Cade's top 3 are Kentucky, Michigan State, Florida. Obviously, if you guys want to pause, you can take a better look at what their reasoning are for each school. Davion Mitchell likes Baylor, Georgia, Virginia. Jaden Ivey, Purdue, Indiana, Duke. Scoot likes Georgia Tech, Auburn, Michigan. Go to shooting guards. We got Jalen Green likes Oregon, Arizona, Memphis. Suggs likes Zags, Minnesota, Michigan State. Shaden Sharp, Kentucky, Duke, Kansas. Asar Thompson, Stanford, USC, Texas. Giddy, Baylor, Gonzaga, Michigan. Zaire Williams, UNC, Arizona, Stanford. Scotty Barnes, Florida State, Clemson, Duke. Clemson would be crazy if they got Scotty Barnes and Zion, and they got another recruit last year too. They could be really killing it. Kaminga Tech. Texas Tech might be interesting if he went there. They got Desmond Bain last year, so that could be a cool fit with Kaminga and Bain. Men is liking UCLA, Oregon, Stanford. So I don't know if we're going to see Asar and Men go to the same schools. Jalen Williams, Kansas, Colorado, Arizona. Franz, Michigan, Villanova, Baylor. Evan Mobley, USC, Oregon, UCLA. Palo likes Washington, Duke, Kentucky. Jabari, Auburn, Tennessee, Florida State. Jeremy Sochan, Baylor, Texas, Virginia. Keegan Murray, Iowa, Duke, UNC. Then for centers, Chet likes Gonzaga, Minnesota, Kentucky. Victor Wembanyama likes Duke, Florida State, Gonzaga. Oh my God, what if they both went to Gonzaga? And then Jalen Duren likes Memphis, Villanova, UCLA. So we'll check on the last recruiting class at the end of this season. Okay, now we're going to sim to tournament time. Okay, here we are right before the tournament. I just like to look at the poll. Oh my gosh, George Washington. This team always is like relatively good, but wow. Okay, 30-4. Indiana, Kansas, Georgetown, Duke, UCLA, Oregon, UNC, Marquette, BC, Arizona, Michigan, Texas, Zags. Zags are 27-4 and that low. Seems kind of weird, I guess, because they don't play the toughest schedule, but I don't think George Washington plays the toughest schedule. But anyway, okay, let's get into it. Let's watch the Selection Sunday show. Indiana, George Washington. Okay, so here's on the bubble: Washington, San Diego State, Louisville, Bama, Tulsa, Toledo. So honestly, I don't think really Louisville has De'Aaron. That's kind of it. So Indiana, St. John's, Duke, and UCLA are our ones. So Indiana, Georgetown, Pitt, Tech, St. John's, Kansas, Kentucky, BYU, UCLA, George Washington, Temple, Oregon, Duke, Vandy, Houston, Marquette. Once again, not any really jumps out. ACC, Big East, A10, all tied for first with Pac, SEC. Wake, Arkansas State, Toledo. Okay, so that's who's in. Louisville did get in with De'Aaron. So let's take a look at the bracket. Indiana gets Oral Roberts. Middle Tennessee, Northwestern. UNC could be Tech next round. UNA will be Wake. Pitt, American. Arizona, Clemson. So that's Zion versus Lonzo and Ayton in the first round. They could have to like Georgetown in the second round. That's tough. UCLA plays Utah, Richmond, Gonzaga, Louisville. So De'Aaron's got the Louisville, and then they got to play Oregon, Hofstra, Bama, Temple, UConn, Washington State could play George Washington. I could see UConn beating George Washington. You could see UConn advance through the first two rounds for sure. St. John's, Grambling, Michigan, BYU would be second round. Mass, Kentucky, South Carolina versus Kansas, Duke, Texas, or Michigan State. So Michigan State, a 9 seed after winning it last year. BC, Lafayette, Marquette. Like, that's a tough game for Duke, honestly. Florida State in the second round. LSU, Oklahoma versus Vandy. Okay. Honestly, the game that does jump out to me is Clemson, Arizona. Not worth watching, I don't think, for a round one game, but I really want to see Zion, Lonzo. It's a cool game. Okay, we're going to sim through this. So, Indiana wins. Halliburton, how's he been? 6. Probably not playing a ton. 18 minutes a game. Malik Monk, 16. He's at 19 a game. Michael Porter, 18 a game. So those, Langford not getting a ton of minutes off the bench, but I mean, he's only a sophomore. So Indiana goes through. Middle Tennessee wins. UNC wins. They're going to play Tech. BI this year, 14.4 as a senior. He is just not turned into that scorer. Isaac, 15 a game. Harry Giles, 17 a game. So Kobe White is really not playing a ton for them off the bench right now, 6 a game. Tech, they have Desmond Bain. He's at 9 points a game off the bench. I mean, that's pretty good for a freshman on a pretty solid Tech team. So there we go. Wake Forest upsets UNLV. Pitt, oh my goodness, a 14-11 in the second round. You do not see 14s advance in these sims very much at all. Arizona, honestly, pretty close with Clemson, 16-3-3 for Ball, but Ayton was really good, 36-10. Zion, 3 points. He was 1 for 5. Barely got him the ball, 17 a game. Okoro was at 7 points per game. So yeah, Zion goes out in round 1. I mean, he's going to be in the sim the rest of the time, so we'll see more of him. Mo Bamba, he's a junior this year, 19.5, 1.2 blocks. They also have Precious Achua coming off the bench for Georgetown. UCLA, they advance. Tatum had 27, 7, and 4 with 2 blocks. A really nice day. Bagley's at 10.9 points a game. And then they have Maxey coming off the bench, not playing a ton as a freshman. Utah, Gonzaga kind of beats up on Louisville. Ooh, Luka. That's what we want to see. 37, 6, 7, 3 steals. Wow. Cole Anthony, 16. Lowry Markkanen, 23 and 15. They're going to play Oregon in the second round. Oh, what did De'Aaron do? De'Aaron had 28 points. So De'Aaron actually didn't play bad. Just outclassed. Oregon, Bull, 24 steals. He's at 14 a game right now. He's barely getting any rebounds. I must have made his rebounding kind of low. Alabama goes down. Temple advances. UConn. Whoa. I thought UConn might get through. Wow, they go down to Washington State. George Washington does advance. Over here, St. John's advances. LaSalle loses to Stanford. Michigan has a bit of a nail biter. They do advance, though. Shea had 25. He's at 20 a game. Poole's at 14. Bruce Brown, 12. Isaiah Stewart not playing a ton as a freshman. Oh, wow. And BYU goes down. So they get a 13 in round 2. So Michigan's got a nice draw there. Mass beats Arkansas State. Kentucky whoops them. Bridges had 34-6, 5, 3, and 2. Wow. He stuffed the stat sheet there for Miles Bridges. Vando, pretty good game too. He's at 14 a game. So that's like just a really athletic wing combo for Kentucky. South Carolina used to lose to Utah State. So Kansas gets a 10 in round 2. Trey had 25. Markel had 13. They're just a 2 guards, not a ton of, I mean, their center's 7-1 and a 90 overall, 89, and they have a pretty good squad overall. Duke is going to play Michigan State. So RJ, wow, only 6 points. Knox 19. Vernon Carey off the bench, but like they have all these guys, 95 overall, 95 overall, 96 overall, 96 overall. So Duke's a really good team, but that's a tough second round draw with Michigan State. They start playing Nico. Nico played a lot in that game, but I mean, still, oh, Josh Jackson's out. Okay, never mind. So it's basically Triple J right now. 28, 16, 3 blocks. He had a great game. I don't know if that's going to be enough to beat Duke, though, without Josh Jackson. BC advances, Marquette advances, Florida State advances, Houston advances. LSU, who made the national championship, loses in round 1. They made it last year. And then, so Vandy is going to play Oklahoma. Garland, 11 points per game right now. They advance. So, wow, crazy. Okay, so nothing I really want to watch this round, so we're going to sim through. Oh my gosh, Indiana. So that Michael Porter's back, but Malik Monk will be gone. Wow, I cannot believe they just lost to an 8 Middle Tennessee. And UNC barely escaped Tech. Here's what they did. Did Bain get in? Bain had 9 points. Wake beats Americans. We had an 11-7 here. Arizona beats Georgetown. Okay, Lonzo played 8 minutes. Is he hurt? Okay, maybe not. I don't know. Lonzo better not be hurt. Ayton had 26. Mo was very quiet. We got UCLA, Utah. Wow. Okay, so UCLA advances with Tatum and Bagley. And Gonzaga beats Oregon with Markkanen, Luka, and Cole Anthony. Temple wins and George Washington's wins. So we got Temple, George Washington, UCLA, Gonzaga is a pretty freaking good game. Arizona, Wake, UNC, Middle Tennessee. Okay, so on this side we got Houston, Vandy, Duke, Marquette, Kentucky, Kansas, St. Joe's, Marist. So I think I want to watch this Gonzaga. We haven't seen any of Tatum. We got a Tatum-Luka matchup here with some other good players on the teams as well. So I think this is what we're going to watch here, and then we'll watch, either a Final Four game or the national championship. So UCLA bit better, but both teams really solid, very good teams. A 1 versus 5. Here we go. 2 of the best teams on the West Coast, maybe the 2 best probably. Like over the sim and just like historic, like in real life over the last maybe like 10 years. Oh, Gonzaga, Luka, Cole Anthony, Lowry, Bagley, and Tatum at forward for UCLA. I just want to look. So Tatum is number 0, Bagley's 4 with the fro, Lowry's 20, Cole Anthony's 3, and then Luka is 5. Here we go. So who's gonna get it done, Luka or Tatum? Looks like we're playing in Utah. Oh, wow. That's a long triple right there. They miss it. I think that's Lowry with the rebound. Up to Luka. Quick up there. Bounce pass. And there's Cole Anthony finishes. I do like Cole Anthony with Luka. It's almost like when they had Jalen Brunson or even like Kyrie, like in college comparison, just with the Mavericks. You have just kind of that guard who can, play fast. When Luka needs a break, you have another guy who can kind of run the offense. So I like that combo there. Oh, Lowry, so they're playing really heavy zone. Here's Tatum trying to spin baseline, tries a bounce pass that's going to go out of bounds, UCLA ball. So looks like Gonzaga's playing zone here to start. They might be switching to man now, though. It's like they are. They definitely were playing zone that last possession. 4 out of bounds. Okay, back up top. And this guy, oh, it's blocked. Was that Lowry? And here's a baseball. Oh, no, that's Luka. Luka in transition. Luka misses the layup. That is not something Luka's going to miss very often in transition. Coming off the screen, inside to Bagley, over, and Tatum. Oh, misses the triple. Bagley with the putback, though. Nice play by Marvin Bagley. Okay, here's Luka running the show at point. Over to the wing. Here's Luka gonna hit a 3 here. Miss. So Luka starts 0 for 2, but they're gonna lose Lauri Markkanen for Gonzaga after this year. So I mean, they'll still have Luka, but oh wow, gets him up in the air. Tatum spinning. Wow. Oh, that's a goaltend. Okay, Lauri. I was gonna say that was a great move by Jason Tatum, getting the point. Him and Bagley have a bucket each. Luka is 0 for 2. Hey, here's Luka bringing it up. Trying to back him down. That's a little fade. Okay, over 2 defenders. Guy drills it. Okay, UCLA point, bringing her up. Over to Tatum on the wing. See if he goes again. Luka's got a huge size advantage over the guy, though. Here's Tatum working, trying to go baseline. Bagley inside, blocked. Big block. I think that was Guy underneath. Here's Luka pushing. Can he get in the paint? No, he's going to pull it. Lauri, little pump. Put it on the deck. Lauri Markkanen back out to Cole Anthony. Swing. Luka over to the wing. And Gonzaga is having trouble getting anything to drop from the outside. We got a 4-4 game here. Okay, UCLA point coming down. Bagley gets him on the pump. Nice feed inside. Bagley's had some nice plays. Rebound, put back. There's a nice assist. 6-4 UCLA lead. Okay, here's Luka up top. Inside to Guy, over to Lauri. Are they calling that a foul? Okay, yeah, because it hit the back of the backboard. So good. Gonzaga definitely needed that to be a foul. And Lauri Markkanen is going to go to the line. First one up and rattles home. None of the real guys are coming out here. Okay, Lauri still at the line for his second shot. Second one is up and he cashed it. Okay, inbound. See if he goes up to Tatum there. No, I'm gonna try to. Luka's doing a good job harassing him up the court. That could be a turnover. Yep, turnover. Keep up to Luka, and Luka gets fouled. Wow, so Luka, I think, really forced that turnover. He was just bullying the guy, trying to get him down the floor, had him kind of trapped in the corner, forced a bad pass into traffic, and now Luka goes to the line. He hits the first. Luka for the second one, and he drills it. So 8-6 lead here for the Zags over UCLA. Over the wing, Tatum. Inside, ooh, that's a nice tip. Out and running, here's Cole Anthony. Over to Luka. Bounce pass, Wagner. Luka, Anthony. Oh, Anthony's just going to try that. No, miss. Patton and a putback. Gonzaga up 4 here. Cole Anthony takes kind of a bad shot, but the center's under there, gets the board, and is able to put it right back up. Okay, here's Tatum. A ton here. I would be, if I was UCLA, I'm trying to get him involved. There's another block for the Zags, but UCLA... Are they calling that an and one? Wow. So they had the block, gets his own rebound underneath, then gets fouled and 1 for Tool. Okay, here's Luka, 120 left. A little behind the head pass up to Markkanen. Cole Anthony's going to pull it. Wow, Gonzaga is very icy from outside. Bagley's got 3 boards already for UCLA. Okay. Over. Can we get, here's Tatum, kind of posts up on the block, gets out of the double. Bagley inside, misses it though. I like that pass out of the double by Tatum though. 10-9 lead for UCLA over Gonzaga here. Here's Luka, kind of just trying to work his way into the paint. Inside, here's Lauri. Luka's gonna hit that 3 and he drills it. Luka Doncic, don't help off him. Don't let Luka Legend go off. Okay, here we go. Dribbling. Direct in traffic, drops it inside, back out top. 13-9 lead here for UCLA. What do we got? Over Tatum, misses. UCLA gets the board and the putback is in. UCLA is doing a great job on the boards, and Gonzaga is not going to be able to get a shot up here. Oh, Lauri, I don't think that's... Oh, I think that was after the buzzer anyway, but there it is. Gonzaga, a 2-point lead. UCLA's kind of staying in it by just crashing the boards. That's been kind of the difference, I think. 41 versus 44. Neither team, like Gonzaga's hit, a 3 in the free throws, where I feel like UCLA's had the advantage on the glass, just kind of cleaning up, some of their misses. Okay, here we go. Luka Legend up top. Markkanen up top. They're calling that a foul. Ooh, that looked a little ticky-tacky. But Lauri's going to go to the line here. Chance to go up 4. Gets the first one to drop. Here's the second free throw for Lauri. It is up and cash. So 15-11. Zags lead Here we go. Let's see how UCLA can answer here. Here's another zone now for Gonzaga. Here's Tatum on the wing. That's a nice screen from Bagley. Tatum, kind of a baseline pass. Might have the shooter there if you want it. Swing to the top. This guy has launched some long triples. So here's Tatum on the wing. Doesn't want to pull it. Then he waits for the defender. Tatum, if you're going to shoot it, shoot it. I don't know why you'd pump and wait for the defender to close on that three-pointer. Oh, now Gonzaga is just going to go from their own three-point shot, and he does not wait. He does not wait for that defender to come. Radovanovic is just going to let it fly right away. So now, all of a sudden, Gonzaga's up 7 here. Tatum and UCLA need to answer. Here's Tatum trying to go baseline, kind of gets cut off. A little drop pass inside the Bagley can't finish, and Markkanen gets a rebound. Luka's out and running. Luka, I think this is Luka versus Tatum right here. Over to Radovanovic. This guy likes to shoot from the outside. Here's Lowry. Drops it inside the Guy. Oh, it doesn't get it to fall, but Guy gets the rebound. Pump and put back, and it's in. And all of a sudden, the Zags are up 9. UCLA is on the ropes. They need something here. They need Jason Tatum and Bagley. They're 2 stud forwards. Here's Tatum trying to go baseline. Can't really lose Radovanovic here. No, kick it back out. Oh, that's an elbow jumper, and they miss it in the rim. The UCLA is getting nothing to fall. There's a lid on the rim for them, and Radovanovic is just gonna. Oh my! This guy has no worries and no filter. He is just gonna let it fly, and all of a sudden it's 23-11 Gonzaga. They've been hitting threes. I don't know if UCLA even has a triple. Yeah, it is. They really need to get hot here in the next minute or two. Bagley back, and that's another turnover, and that might do it. They're out and running. Is he going to go down to Luka? He is. Luka going to hit a little bank fadeaway, and it was 25-11. Gonzaga has completely taken over here. Luka in the paint, just a little fadeaway for no reason, and I mean, unless we see an absolutely nuclear just explosion here from UCLA, this one is over. Here's Tatum. This is his last college game if they can't get through this one into Bagley. It's actually a nice pass by Bagley. It's a nice finish by UCLA. I mean, they're still down 12, 2 minutes left. Feels a little late, but if they could get a turnover here, not able to. Luka up top. Drops it inside the Guy. Oh, Bagley with the nice block there. UCLA, you need a 3. You need something big right here. You need a 3, a turnover, a 3, a turnover, something like that. Pick and roll. Drops it inside. Great play. Tatum, Bagley, pick and roll. They tried to double team Tatum. He just does a little bounce pass in the lane to Bagley. But I mean, you're still down with 10 with 1:43 left. And Radovanovic, do not leave him open. Oh, he misses it. Okay, UCLA, you could get out and run here. I'd be trying to go to Tatum on the wing right there. No, Bagley, elbow jumper, hits the bank. All of a sudden, they're down 8 with 1:30 left. Goes into Luka, tries to trap, gets it up to Cole Anthony, back to Luka. Okay, Luka, slow things down. Gonna go to Radovanovic. I'd be careful going to this guy. This guy will shoot if there's any opening. Back up to Markkanen. Guy bait. Okay, well, that will do it. UCLA looks like they went on a bit of a run there, but 1 minute left. We'll just go till they start to try to foul. Okay, that's a bit of a brick. Tried to go high off the glass. Here's Luka. Minute left. Up 10. Over to the wing, Radovanovic. Got Markkanen. Over to Luka on the elbow. Luka doesn't get that one to drop. We'll watch one more possession here for UCLA. I actually have liked Tatum. I think Tatum's played pretty good. Bagley I've liked too. And there's a reverse from Bagley. They just had about a 3-4 minute stretch there where they just couldn't get anything going. And I think they're going to start fouling here. Yeah, and I'm not going to wait for all 7 fouls, so we were just going to sim to the end. Yeah, I mean, UCLA, I mean, they had like a 5-minute stretch. It totally got away from him. I guess Tatum was 1 for 4, but I actually thought he was making some like nice passes. Bagley was really good. Luka 7-1-2. Radovanovic hitting the threes. Guy was really good in the paint for them. 8 points. Lowry 4-4. So they're just like a nice balanced team. A 5 seed, 4 seed, 5 seed advancing. Go take down a 1. Okay, so I'm going to sim through the rest of this round now. UNC beats Middle Tennessee. Wake Forest beats Arizona. So that is it for Lonzo. As a senior, he is done. Could have played UNC. That would have been a great matchup. We saw UCLA Gonzaga. George Washington goes down to Temple. I never liked this George Washington team. So, I mean, I don't know how good this Temple team is, but it feels like Gonzaga might have a somewhat easy path, and then they'll play UNC. That's a pretty tough game in the Final Four if they advance. We'll go through the St. Joe's game. They win, but not by a ton. Kentucky beats Kansas. Trey and Fultz go down. Bridges has been crazy in the tournament. Does it show like their last 5 games? That'd be cool. He's at 41. He's had 41, 25 and 34 in the tournament. So he's going absolutely off. They're going to play St. Joe's. Duke beats Marquette. So Barrett and Knox advance. Barrett's been quiet for them. And they're going to play Houston. So Jarrett Allen, 28-7. He advances over Darius Garland. So it's going to be Duke, Houston, St. Joe's, Kentucky. So 1-3 versus 1-3. And then on this side, it's 5-11 versus 5-3. So going to advance through this round. UNC does advance. Ingram, Isaac, Giles. Gonzaga got their crap beat by Temple. I would not have guessed that. So that's going to be it for Lowry for them. They will have Cole Anthony and Doncic next year. Do they have this Radonovich still? Yeah, this guy's only a sophomore. Guy is a senior. So they lose both their big men. So it's going to be Temple, UNC. Then Kentucky wins. Wow. Bridges 34. Bridges is just going off. And then Duke beats Houston. So RJ and Knox. RJ actually had a pretty good day. They beat Jarrett Allen. So Jarrett had 16-2. Pretty quiet day for him. So Kentucky, Duke versus UNC Temple. So Duke, Kentucky, and UNC are debatably the 3 biggest basketball programs in all of college basketball, and then we just throw in Temple. So kind of interesting. I'm kind of hoping UNC advances and just play either Kentucky or Duke, just because I want to see more of our guys. But we're going to go through this round and we'll go to the Natty. Wow, Temple beats Ingram, Isaac, and Giles. Like, who do they have? They have an 87 and 94 and 83 and 86. This team is not very good. Wow. They have one guy in the 90s beat a team with a 92, 92, 97, 97, 96. That's crazy. So we got Duke, Temple. Kentucky Bridges finally gets a little bit cooler. He goes for 19. Knox, Barrett. Nothing crazy. So it is going to be a Temple Duke national championship. How many has Duke won? They've won 1, I think, only in this sim. Yeah, they won in 08. That is the only national championship of this sim. So they went from 08 trying to win it in 2020. And Temple obviously has had none at this point. So, I mean, I will be shocked if Duke doesn't win this. Would have been fun to see Duke UNC, but that's all right. Okay, so here we go. RJ is number 23 and Knox is number 2. That's really the only 2 guys we'll see. 2 big wings for Duke. Duke wins the tip. There's Knox. Over to the wing, back up to their point, into the corner. I think this is RJ inside. That's like a triple team. He gets it over to Knox, misses the triple though. Actually, I don't know if that was Knox, actually. I think Knox is 2. Gets inside. They just look very similar. Oh, okay. Temple's going to shoot that, and they hit it. That's only a 2, though. That was a long 2 for Gruber. Back out top. That's a 3 for Duke. They miss it, and a big rebound by Temple. Duke starting off a little cold here in the first minute. Temple over the wing. That's a long 2 again. Miss it. Duke gets the rebound. They're going to push it here a little bit in transition. Pump. This guy's a lefty. Here's Knox. Elbow jumper. There's the first bucket. Kevin Knox gets that one to drop for the Blue Devils. Big man on the free throw line. There's a midi for Temple. They're not able to get a drop. Here's RJ out and running. Nice pass to Kevin Knox. RJ and Kevin Knox running the break there. And Kevin Knox got the first 4 for Duke. Okay, so Duke's showing a little bit of a zone here. That other, that's a tough 3, and Duke gets the rebound. I don't know about this Temple team. This seems like they're a little overmatched here, but we'll see. Into the free throw, couple of pumps, spin. Oh, that's a little baseline. Not able to get a drop. Temple pushing it in transition here. But you can't leave that shooter open. I think that's only a 2. He gets it to drop, but yeah, that's a long 2. So Temple, you guys are shooting these outside shots, but you're not making sure you're behind the line. And Duke is just going to step into the 3. Going to miss it. Temple can push this if they want. Over to the wing, back up top, inside. Has this other... Yeah, that's where I would have looked. And they just goes right to the line. So they're on with their zone. They're really overloading the ball side and leaving. You can see the guy on the baseline there just wide open. So if Duke wants to play their zone, they got to be a little more careful there of their rotation. Okay, here we go. Reset. Oh, RJ could have stepped into that. He's not going to, though. Back up. Here's Knox. Doesn't get it. Oh, my goodness. Crazy putback. Gardner over top of his guy. Nasty putback. So Knox and Barrett are going to come out. Vernon Carey is going to come in for Duke. Okay, up top. Drops it inside. Trying to post him up, get down low. That's a tough fade. Wow, that is a great shot by Ren. That is a tough fade along the baseline there. Okay, here we go. That looks like Temple's going to the zone. Oh, and this guy's just going to pull it. Bang! Wow, huge shot. That's the guy with the Gardner. He had the putback, the play before too. So Gardner with a big explosion there for Duke. They're up 9-8. Temple coming around the screen. Tries to get inside, drop it. This is the guy who hit the fade last drive. And he goes, and he gets an and 1 on Vernon Carey Jr. Wow, Ren has a possible 3-point play after hitting the fadeaway jumper the last possession. He drills this, so 5-point swing. Okay, up top. Point guard trying to run it over. Back up top. Go to Gardner. He's hot. Gardner's hot, number 13. They're running some weird action up top. Not really getting anything. 15 seconds. Here's Gardner. No. These two are just going back and forth. 10, 9. Oh, that's an open triple. Oh, he drills it. They leave Kid open. Absolutely drills it. Boom. Okay, so 2, 1. That's up. Oh, rims out for Temple. I think that was good if it goes. I think he beat the shot clock, and that would have gave the Temple Owls a 2-point lead, but they are down 1 to Duke here at the half. Okay, here we go. Back up top. Temple stuck 1, trying to get their way back into this one. This would be a huge upset. They are really nowhere near as talented, but they would have went through a pretty tough road to get here, and I mean, can't take anything away from the Owls. Let's see what they can do here. 12, 11. Trying to get in the paint. Nice pass on the wing. Misses the triple, though. Kid gets a rebound. Keeler over to Kent Knox. Oh, what a pass by Knox. Gardner underneath. Doesn't get it to go, though. That was a great pass by Kevin Knox. Temple out and running. That was really bad transition D by Duke. And Temple's able to get it to fall. They go back up 1 here. Not really bad transition defense by Duke. I do not know what they were doing on that one. Temple extending their defense out here inside. There we go. Kid with a night. Keeler's got 3 assists here. I liked that finish by Kid on the inside, but okay, you better get back. Temple's going to push it if you give him a chance here. Oh, wow. Just got that ball in, and he goes right to the lane. It was almost a turnover. Was that Knox? Tried to get in the... Yeah, that was Kevin Knox. Tried to get in the passing lane here. Wasn't able to get it, and then just opened up the drive lane and behind him. 15-14 Temple lead. RJ doesn't want it. Knox, he's just gonna just shoot it right away. Kid gets the rebound and the putback. Kid, couple of nice plays by Kid. He's got 7 points right now. Duke back up 1, so we were just going right back and forth in this one, trading buckets. They're gonna post up. Oh, shimmy. Oh, that could have been a travel. Nope, gets it back into the corner, back up top. That is a tough 3. Not able to get it to drop, but it cleans the glass and the foul. So I've liked this guy underneath. He's had some really nice plays. He had the end one, the fadeaway. Oh, but he misses the free throw. So he's got a chance to tie it here at 16 all. Temple able to get a bucket there, 19-16. Temple has a 3-point lead. Inside. Oh, he's got someone open. You could go out. Kid. No, he's going to hit the little turnaround. Wow. Okay. Kid hits a nice little turnaround there. Definitely looked like he could have kicked that over. Oh, Gun. He's just going to rip it. Temple up 4. Gun with a 3. Temple up 4 with 2:24 left. They've been hitting some big shots here. And this team, is this the team of destiny? A shocking national championship winner if they get this done. Drops it inside. Kid trying to back down. Knocks on the baseline. No, isn't going to take it. Knox gonna just turn and shoot and drill it. Keeler's got 4 assists. He cuts it down to 1 there. RJ pressure on the ball. Oh, but they're going quick up. Going right to the rack for Temple. Go back up 3. Castillo with just no hesitation takes that into the paint. Man, this is a back and forth game, but Temple is just narrowly staying out in front. Okay, over. Gardner. Keeler gonna shoot a lefty triple. Kid with the rebound. He gets fouled. Can cut it down to a 1-point game here if he can get these to drop. First one up. Misses. Trying to cut it to 2. Second one up. And drills it. You know the whole country is cheering against Duke and cheering for Temple. Right here, Gruber. Triple. Oh, isn't able to get it to go. Kid up to Keeler. Over to Knox. Knox has been really a good scorer from the outside in this game. Up to RJ, who's been super quiet. Keeler, 4 assists. Maybe run a little pick and roll. Got Knox coming around the screen. Just going to rise up. Kid, another rebound and a putback. Kid, how good is this guy? He's been really good down low. Kid, 6'11 senior center. He's a 96 overall from Albany. 10 points a game. But man, he has just been nasty down low. Yeah, he's like a 90, 91 rebounder. Okay, 24 all. Temple. Can you get something here? 1:14 left. Drop it. Baseline. Here's Gunn. Elbow. Doesn't get it to drop. Kid up to Knox. Where are they going? Okay, RJ is going to bring it up. Want to waste too much time here. Knox from the corner. Miss. Temple's got a chance to go up 2 here. Here's Gunn. 40 seconds. Pump. Gonna run this little action baseline. Go back out to the 3. This guy Gunn could be open there. No. Swing to the corner. 15 seconds on the shot clock here. Over. That's pretty contested. Miss. Kid gets the rebound. Duke running 19 seconds. They could hold for the last shot here. You got Gardner. Gardner could shoot that. Kid 11 seconds into knock. Gardner. Keeler. 7-6. RJ. Gardner. 3-2. RJ for the win. Boom. RJ Barrett. RJ Barrett for the win. Lefty. Oh, he's been super quiet today. There's a second left. They just got to put it up. Oh my gosh, that almost went in. But RJ Barrett. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Kid definitely was player of the game. But RJ, that almost was like Michael Jordan's game winner at UNC. From just kind of that elbow, it was a really long 2. 1 second left in the game. Kid was really good. He had 8 rebounds in a 10-minute game. 12 points, but wow. So yeah, I mean, Temple came really close. Really freaking close. Kid was by far, yeah, that was the only shot RJ took. Game winner. Maple Jordan for the Blue Devils. Get it done. So Duke, that's our second natty of the sim. RJ, Knox both back. They lose a lot of guys next year though. Vernon Carey will step in with RJ and Knox, but player of the year, bam, back-to-back players of the year at NC State. Mid-major, Lowry wins it. Defensive player of the year, Mitchell Robinson. Big man, bam. Freshman of the year, Anthony Edwards, 13.2. Pretty nice year for sure. First team hero, first team All-American, Triple J and Bam. Lonzo, Markel, Miles Bridges, Lowry, and Milton Valavucius. Freshman Cole Anthony, 12 a game. Desmond Bain, Anthony Edwards, Okenya Kwangwu, and then Sean Baker. Okay, last thing we're going to do here is just wrap up the recruiting. Okay, National Signing Day, and Cade Cunningham commits to Kentucky. So huge point guard addition for Kentucky. Davion goes to Virginia. Virginia's been getting a ton of recruits lately. Jaden Ivey with Indiana. So they'll have Ivy, and they got Tyrese Halliburton last year. Scoot goes to Auburn. It looks like Jabari might have went there as well. Jalen Green goes to Memphis. Suggs goes to Gonzaga. Shaden Sharp, Kansas. Asar goes to Stanford. Josh Giddey goes to Michigan. Zaire goes to UNC. Scotty Barnes, Clemson. So join forces with Zion. Wow. Kuminga goes to Tech. I actually like that. Him and Desmond Bain, that's a pretty good combo. Amen goes to UCLA. He'll play with Maxey. Jalen Williams goes to Kansas. Who else went to Kansas? Shaden Sharp. Franz goes to Michigan with Giddey. Nice. Mobley goes to Oregon. Paolo goes to UW. Jabari goes to Auburn. Going to team up with Scoot. Sochan, Baylor. Keegan goes to Iowa. Okay, then just wrapping up with our centers. So Chet goes to Gonzaga. Wow. So he's going to be with the Suggs, Doncic next year. Wembanyama goes to defending national champions Duke. Wow. So Duke gets Wembanyama, and then Duran goes to Michigan. So Michigan got 3 guys. So that is going to be the final recruiting class, guys. We only have 2 more seasons left in the sim. So I'm basically going to put these guys on their teams, and then we'll just wrap up these last 2 seasons. We'll rip through them. Alrighty, boys. So start of the 2021 season, I just put that huge recruiting class on their teams. So this is what our rosters are looking like going into the second last season of the sim. So Triple J and Nico. Duke is looking really nice this year. Coming off the natty. Knox, RJ, Kerry, and Victor. Wembanyama is going to be really interesting. UCLA, Amon, and Tyreek. Young guys. Florida is going to be super. They're going to have Anthony, LaMelo, and Anthony Edwards for both the last 2 years. They have Mitchell Robinson this year. Last year for the 2 Kentucky guys, Colby and Zaire for UNC. Indiana, Ivy, Halliburton, Langford, Porter Jr. Kansas brings in Sharpen, Jalen Williams. Virginia got Reddish, Hunter, Patrick Williams, Davion Mitchell. A ton of defenders. Really kind of fits the whole Virginia vibe there. A few guys just on solo teams. Michigan just keeps getting recruits, man. So they have Shea and Bruce Brown. Then they have Jordan Poole as a junior, Isaiah Stewart. Then they brought in Giddey, Franz, and Jalen Duran. So, they lose Shea and Bruce Brown after this year, but they'll have those 5 next year. Scoot and Jabari Smith at Auburn. Luca has Cole Anthony, Chet, and Jalen Suggs for this year. Garland gets Wiseman now, and then Zion, Zion, Okoro, and Scotty Barnes for the next 3 years. Like, so much defensive athleticism, like really good size. Clemson has, is going to have a shot. So that is what we're looking like going into the second last season. And then there will be no recruiting for this, right? Because we only have 2 years left. I made a big recruiting class there so the guys could play 2 years, but we will not be looking at any of the recruiting, but we'll look at some of the rosters here. So Kentucky's coming in as the number 1 team. Vando and Bridges, they have a nice center, decent point guard. Georgetown has Mo Bamba down low and some pretty good players around him. Florida, LaMelo, Simons, Edwards, and Mitchell Robinson. I would definitely love to catch a Florida game this year in the tournament. Arizona has Ayton. Indiana, Halliburton, Langford, Michael Porter Jr. is their big 3. Vanderbilt's got Garland and Wiseman. Michigan, Shea, Jordan Poole, Bruce Brown, Isaiah Stewart, and Jalen Duran. Louisville has De'Aaron Fox. Oregon has Bol Bol. Duke, RJ, Knox, Wembanyama, and Vernon Carey Jr. I would definitely like to catch a Duke game. UNC starting Kobe White. 5 starters over 90s. Clemson, I definitely want to catch one of their games too. Okoro, Barnes, Zion, just kind of their wings. Those 3. They have a 89 point guard. Clemson can do some damage. Sexton, Nas Reed for LSU. UCLA has Maxey Amen and Marvin Bagley. Gonzaga, Cole Anthony, Luca, that Radonovich, who we watched last year a little bit, pretty good shooter on the outside, and then they have Chet down low. So, and then they have Suggs coming off the bench. USC has Okongwu. So that is kind of what the top 25 is looking like. We're going to sim now till January, and then we'll see how everyone's doing. Okay, so here we are, mid-season point. Let's take a look at the polls here. So Florida 15-0. Oh, but LaMelo's injured. Hopefully he's not out for any extended period of time. LSU, UNC 18-0. Indiana, Kentucky, Arizona, Michigan, Georgetown, Florida State. Gonzaga 15-1. Louisville, Oregon, Ole Miss, Duke. Kansas, UCLA, Clemson. Just seeing if any, Vandy. So that's where we're sitting. Hopefully LaMelo's not out for, anything crazy here. Let's look at league leaders. So Triple J leading the country in scoring, 29 a game for Michigan State with 10 boards and 2.5 blocks. DeAndre Ayton, very similar. They're both having very similar years. Triple J is just a little better. And then Jackson Hayes. So some big men dominating this year down low. Trey Jones going off for Minnesota. Tyler Hero, he's been crazy consistent at Wisconsin. A lot of these guys, though, they are kind of the solo act on their team. Trey, Kansas is pretty young this year. He doesn't have a great running mate. Same with Mo Bamba, Colin Sexton, Mitchell Robinson. Okay, so the big man, Mitchell Robinson, he's got Anthony Edwards and LaMelo, Anthony Simons, and he's doing this 24 a game, 2 steals, 2.5 blocks. Wendell Carter for Georgia Tech. So all the big men are really doing well this year. Luka is at 20 a game, 27 rebounds, almost 5 assists, 2.3 steals. He's at 43 from the field, 36 from 3-point. Tyrese Maxey, first year really playing as a sophomore, going for 20 a game. Ja Morant, we haven't really seen much of him. So this is his junior year. He's up to 25 and 4. Super athlete for South Carolina. And that's kind of it. Rebounds, Triple J, 10.3, pretty high up on the list. He's going to win player of the year probably this year. Looking at assists, De'Aaron Fox going for 15 and 6 right now. Not scoring as much as I would have thought. Trey Jones, 27 and 5, so doing well. Steals, 3 a game for this dude. Trey Young, 2.3 steals a game. Blocks, Victor, as a freshman, just about leading the country in blocks. I mean, he's 7'5". He's leading the NBA in blocks as a rookie, so it makes sense. 13, 5 rebounds, 2.9 blocks. Actually getting a lot of minutes. A lot of time the freshmen don't get a ton of minutes. He's 38% from 3. So Victor is a freak right now. Mitchell, Jackson Hayes up there as well. Okay, we're gonna keep going here right till the tournament now. Here we are right before the tournament. Let's look at the polls here. So Michigan 30 and 2, by far the best record in the country, as far as Gonzaga's 19 or 29 and 2, but as far as Power 5 type conference. So I mean, they're really loaded this year. I would like to definitely catch a Michigan game. Florida has a chance to be 1 seed. Kentucky, LSU, UNC, Oregon honestly has a shot for sure. Indiana, you could kind of see any of those top 7 being 1 seeds. I like Gonzaga though, 29 and 2 this year. Clemson might be on the bubble at 20 and 11. Clemson better freaking make it, man. They really better make it with that squad. Okay, well, let's get into Selection Sunday. So Georgia, Syracuse, Vanderbilt on the block, UCLA. So those are kind of the 2 teams with a decent amount of our guys for sure. Vandy and UCLA. So Michigan 1 seed, Florida State, Kentucky, Oregon. So Michigan, Florida, Texas, Kansas. That East is pretty tough. Florida State, Indiana, Utah, Georgia Tech, Oregon, UNC, Arizona, Kentucky, LSU, Georgetown, Gonzaga. That one's really tough too. I think the East and Midwest are probably the toughest. ACC leading the way, then Big East, SEC, Pac-10, Big 10, A-10, Big 12. Okay, let's look at the bracket here. So looking, we got Michigan. Oh my gosh, Duke is a 9 seed. How is Duke a 9 seed? Holy, so we might get Michigan Duke in second round. We might just have to watch that. Victor Wembanyama against all those Michigan guys. Kansas could get George Washington. That could be a decent draw for them. Texas, BC, Memphis, Florida. Oregon, West Virginia, Eastern Michigan, Louisville, Maryland, Syracuse, Arizona, Montana State. Clemson's going to play Oklahoma. So we could have Clemson, UNC in the second round. On the other side, Florida State, Notre Dame, San Diego State, Virginia, Georgia Tech, Marquette, Tennessee, Utah, Stanford, Oregon State, Indiana, Kentucky, might play Southern Miss or Mass, Michigan State, Gonzaga. So Triple J versus Gonzaga in the second round. Georgetown, Auburn, 11 seed. They have a couple of guys, Jabari and Scoot. Georgetown, Auburn, second round could be interesting. LSU. Okay. So nothing crazy first round, but we definitely have some wild second round games, possibly. So Michigan advances. Shea went for 19. So Shea this year, 17, 5 and 4, 2 steals a game. Poole, 13. They're just super balanced. 13, 4. They're really running their offense through these 3. They also have Franz Wagner off the bench, 12 a game right now. So that's a pretty good bench. They have a couple of our Jalen Duren as well. So Michigan like that. Duke does get the win. Victor, they have all these guys. None of them are even injured. Like 98, 99, 91, 92. This team should not be a 9 seed. Victor, 13. RJ's at 14 a game. Kevin Knox, 17.6. Vernon, really not getting a ton of run, but wow. Okay. So we will see there. That's a really good match. I'm very tempted to watch that game. We've never really watched any of the Michigan. We can see Wembanyama. I'm very tempted to watch that. Keep going down. Kansas gets the dub. Trey got 41. Wow. Trey went freaking off. He had two just young ass running mates with him with Shaden and Jalen. But Trey going nuclear in that one. They get George Washington in the second round. Nevada advances. They're going to play Texas. BC loses to Memphis. And Memphis is, big players. Jalen Green, really good freshman for them. So he gets it done. And they're going to play Florida with, okay, so Lonzo is playing, I think, or sorry, LaMelo. Looks like he might be a little hurt. Anthony's going for 13. I mean, 21 and a half for Mitchell. So Mitchell's kind of their big scorer right now down low. Hopefully LaMelo, is healthy going forward. They should win that second round game. Got to get through this. Oregon looks like they're going to play West Virginia. Oregon, Bull. What's he at this year? So Bull is at 17 a game, 1.7 blocks. They have Evan Mobley coming off the bench as well, 12 and 4. A couple of nice big men. Louisville advances. De'Aaron, 15, 5 and 3. They're going to play Dunkeese. Maryland loses to Syracuse. So Emmanuel Quickly for Maryland. He's at 19 a game, but not enough to advance for Syracuse. Arizona advances on the back of Aiton's averaging like 26 a game. He gets 26 in this game. Clemson goes down in the first round. Zion's at 10 points per game. That's bizarre. I don't know what's going on with Zion. Yeah, they just don't have a lot of scoring. Like, these guys are all averaging like 9-10 points a game. Wow, they don't have anybody like in double digits except Zion at 10.3. So they might need to look into that a little bit for next year. UNC advances. Kobe White, 15 a game. Zaire, 6 off the bench. Okay, we'll go to the other side. Florida State advances. Notre Dame beats San Diego State. Virginia advances with Davion Mitchell, Reddish, Hunter, and Patrick Williams. They have a good squad, man. They're going to play Georgia Tech. Marquette beats Tennessee. Utah advances. Stanford goes down to Oregon State. Indiana advances. Halliburton, Langford, Michael Porter Jr. with Ivy off the bench. Hallie's at 14 and 4 right now. Romeo, 13. Michael Porter Jr., 17 a game. They have a lot of talent in their backcourt. Kentucky advances. Remember last year, Bridges went off in the tournament. He got 31 this year. Vandy got 29 in the first round. Mass beats Southern Miss. Michigan State advances. Nico's averaging 10 a game. Triple J. He went for 33, 16, and 3 blocks. Like, he's the best player in the country right now. And they are going to play the Zags in round 2. Luka went for 34, 7, 2, and 2. Radonovich. They have Chet, who's at 16 a game for a true freshman with Gonzaga, is crazy. Cole, 21 a game for Luka. He has a lot of other scorers with him. Looks like Suggs doesn't really play, but I'm sure next year he'll be a starter. Ryder beats Auburn. So Scoot this year was averaging 18 a game as a freshman. Jabari was at 7.4 a game. You're going to play Georgetown with Achua and Mo. Mo's one of the better players in the country right now. Miami advances in LSU. Colin Sexton, 20 a game. Nas is at 18. So they got their kind of 2 studs. I know it's super early in round 2, but I really want to see Wembanyama. I want to see what 7'5" looks like, and Michigan has so many good players. We are going to watch this game. So what was Duke's record? It won't even show me here, but it'll show once we're in there. I just don't get how they lost so many games. 9 seed, 100 overall. Like, they're debatably, like, they're right there. Team unity's higher on Michigan. Other than that, Duke's defending national champs. This is a very, very tough draw for Michigan in round 2. My goodness. Yeah, Duke was 19 and 12. I don't get it. That team is stacked. RJ Knox, Victor Wembanyama, and Vernon Carey. I had to move Wembanyama to power forward with Carey kind of as the big center down there, kind of more thick, and Wembanyama obviously. And look at how big Wemby is. Oh my goodness. 7'5". Oh man, Cat, I want to just quickly look at Shea is number 2, Poole's number 3, Brown's number 10, Isaiah Stewart's 34, Jalen Duren is number 0. We kind of, I think, yeah, Knox is number 2, I think, and RJ's 23. Yeah, that's RJ. Lefty, boom, hits it. We remember RJ had the game-winning buzzer beater in the national championship last year. Like, this is a tough draw for Michigan. They're the number 1 seed in the whole tournament. And they get the defending national champs in round 2 with freaking all-world freshman Wembanyama. There's an outside shot. I think that was Poole. Poole drills the triple. I mean, this Michigan team, you have Shea running point. You got Poole as your microwave scorer. You have Bruce Brown right here as kind of your just, defender, nitty-gritty wing. Here's Poole on the outside. You have a couple of big men with Isaiah Stewart and Duren. So Michigan they have never made a Final Four, and they've had some of the best recruiting classes and teams throughout this whole sim. They need to go on a run this year. Here's Poole, guarded by RJ, coming off the screen. Poole's going to rise up and drill it. So Poole starting out hot with 5 points here. They're playing a little bit of pressure D. Here's RJ back up top. RJ for 3, and he drills it. So RJ and Jordan Poole just going back and forth here. Both have 5 points early. Little screen. Drops it inside. That's a turnover, and they're going the other way. Here's Duke. Is he going to go down to RJ? No, he's just point guard's just going to take that to the rack, and a 7-5 Duke lead. So here's Shea, number 2. See if he can get into the paint, do something. He's Poole. Been hot so far. Guarded by RJ. Going inside. Wow, great pass by Jordan Poole to Jalen Duren, who finishes to make it 7-7 there. Okay, Duke bringing it up. I want to see Wembanyama do something. Oh, that's a long triple. Wemby goes up over the backboard, but that's going to be out of bounds for Michigan, or for Duke Michigan basketball. Oh my God, horrible throw in. RJ lefty misses it. Isaiah Stewart gets the rebound. Double team at the ball. Isaiah Stewart put it on the deck over to Shea. Duke's running some zone here. Poole coming off the high screen. Back out to Shea. Shea's going to pull a long 3 and drill it, rattle it home. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander puts that in, and it is 10-7. Here's RJ. Little cross, tween here. Get Wembanyama down low. Can we see some Wemby do something? This looks like a zone for Michigan. They're going to have Kevin Knox on the baseline. He's going to rim that out. Shea leading the break. He's got Wembanyama guarding him. Not going to try to take it to the rack on Wemby. Look at how big Wemby is. 7-4, 7-5, just absolute freak show. Here's Poole. Cross court. Bruce Brown. Oh, misses that. Poole's had a couple of really nice passes. 10-7 lead here for Michigan. Here's Wemby. Wemby over to Knox. Trying to go baseline. Gets cut off. Oh, Wemby for 3. Oh, Wemby. I would have liked him to drill that. Wemby isn't able to get that to drop. He's one-on-one here with Shea up top. Bruce Brown, that's Bruce is going to hit that. That's a nice midi there for Michigan. Bruce Brown, Wemby passing it up. Duke needs to get a bucket here. Kevin Knox open there. Oh, he's going to step into a triple. Not able to get it to drop. Duren gets the rebound. He's got Bruce Brown right here. Bruce is going to go take it to the hoop. Reverse lay. Blocking foul. And 1. Oh my goodness. Michigan is exploding here a little bit. And all of a sudden, they could be up 15-7. Knox and Barrett are coming out, and Isaiah Stewart is coming out. So Duke's down here, and they're taking out both their wing scorers. I don't know about that. Okay, Bruce Brown has a chance to make this a 15-7 game, and he does. And Shea is going to come out here for Michigan. So a couple of big, big subs on both sides. Wemby is still in for Duke. They got to try to get him inside, do something. Duke needs a couple of buckets here in the last minute before the half. Behind the head pass over to the wing. That's a steal by Bruce Brown. Deflects that basketball. Brown out and running, and he's just going to go right to the rack. And it is 17-7. Michigan's lost 2 games all year. They are a stud team. Here's Wemby probably should have took that in, and Duke just has not looked right all year. They need this to fall, and they get it. They desperately needed that. 17-10. Michigan's just been the best team in college basketball all year. Duke's been super disappointing, and it's kind of played out so far like that. Okay, here's Poole up top, 25. He's probably going to hold for the last shot here. Okay, Poole, 9 seconds on the clock here. 7-6. Coming off the screen. He's got Bruce Brown. 3, 2. Bruce, that's a tough shot now. I didn't love that. Wemby gets the rebound, and that is it. So Duke, that 3 saved them. They're still in this. They got to get, play a lot better in the second half, but they do have a shot. I really like Poole and Bruce Brown in this one. Brown throws it away just when I say he gets it back, though, and Shea's just going to step into a 3, miss it. Big board by Duke. They're going the other way. Try to cut this down to like a 5 or 4 point game. RJ, 3, miss, and Victor can't get the board, and Michigan pushes this right away. Bruce Brown gets hit from behind by RJ, and that's a foul. Bruce has a chance to put them up 9 here. RJ just has to do a hard foul there, not give him the easy transition lay. Bruce Brown hits the first. This Michigan team feels really just solid all around. Scoring with Poole and Shea. Bruce Brown, hard-nosed. Durant and Isaiah Stewart locking down the paint. Franz coming off the bench. We're not going to see him in this one, but okay, Duke needs something here right now. Down 9. You cannot let this get any worse. Knox, a couple of screens for Wemby. Michigan's been running this zone, and Duke cannot do anything with this zone. Here's Shea in transition. Gets it to drop. 11-point lead for the Wolverines. Can we see something from Wemby? Something. RJ's open. No. Knox. Drops Bruce Brown, but was that a pass? I don't know if that was a pass. Okay, they're calling it a pass into Vernon Carey. That was a nice play by Knox. Michigan is just going to push the pace every time they get a chance. Okay, here's Shea. Drops it inside. Okay, Wemby blocked their shit. Wemby didn't even jump. Didn't even put his hands up, Wemby. 23-12. RJ into Wemby. Back up top. RJ over to Knox. Couple of jabs. Okay, Wemby's just going to step into a triple. Front rims it. And that feels like it for Duke. 23-12. Michigan score here. And this one feels like it's over anyway. But then it's definitely over. Oh, drops it inside. Oh, and one. Jalen Duren and the foul. Michigan, I thought this was a super tough draw in the second round, and Michigan has just embarrassed Duke 26-12. We'll maybe watch one more possession for each team, and then we're going to get out of here. I would like to see Victor do something. Victor's back next year. Duke has they cannot do anything with this zone here, Duke. They bring back everyone but Knox, so still have RJ and Wembanyama next year, and Vernon Carey. So Duke will still have a really good chance next year, but has not been their day today, or really the whole season. 19-12. This will make them 19-13 on the year. Into RJ. He's got Victor on the baseline. Victor's going to pull that. Miss. Victor has been ice cold from the outside. Jalen Duren has 5 rebounds. 26-12, and Michigan is just blowing him out. There's another triple. Not able to get out Wemby. Skies for that rebound. Watch one more Duke possession here. Wemby's been very just from the outside, not trying to get anything in the paint on this Duke zone. They can just not get even a pass in, and here's Jordan Poole out and running, and we're just going to call it there. Michigan blows the doors off Duke. They win 37-14. Shea had 7, Poole had 9, Brown had 9, Duren had 5. Bench guys, Wagner had 3. For Duke, Wemby was 0 for 3. Bolton, RJ started off hot in the first 2 buckets and then got nothing. Duke was just outclassed in this one, and Michigan, I wasn't sure. Michigan's had some really good teams and been disappointing, but it looks like this might be finally the year we see Michigan put it all together. So Michigan wins that one. Kansas advanced over George Washington. Trey went for 41 in the first game. He's going for 37 here. So Trey is going nuclear in the tournament. He's going to have to go against Michigan in round 2, though. Nevada beats Texas. So Jackson Hayes goes down. He's only a junior. He will be back. Memphis upsets Florida. Jalen Green had 12. LaMelo had 2. LaMelo's injured. He went 0 for 9 in this one. LaMelo is struggling. Anthony Edwards. They lose Thomas Robinson, Mitchell Robinson, but that might be honestly a blessing in disguise. Next year, just let LaMelo, Anthony, and Anthony Edwards just do their thing out there. But yeah, Florida goes down to Memphis. Wow. So 10 seed, that's who Nevada gets. Oregon, are they going to get through West Virginia? They do. Bull had 18 and 7. Mobley had 4 off the bench. Louisville advances. So De'Aaron, he had 8 and 13, helping him go on a run here. Arizona narrowly advances over Syracuse. DeAndre had 22. And then UNC beats up on Oklahoma. Colby White had 22. So UNC, Arizona, Oregon, Louisville, Nevada, Memphis, Michigan, Kansas. On this side, Florida State beats Notre Dame. Virginia does advance. Davion, Cam, Travis Hunter, and Patrick Williams. This Dennis is a pretty good player too. I like Virginia low-key, man. 96, 95, 92, 90 in the starting lineup with Davion Mitchell defending. Marquette gets past Utah. Oregon State goes down to Indiana. Langford had 26. They have a lot of options at Indiana. Kentucky gets past Mass. Really just Mass didn't really feel like they had a shot in that one. Michigan State, Gonzaga. This was the other huge game this round. Nico went off. Triple J had 38. He averaged, so his final season, he averaged 30, 10 and a half, 2.6 blocks. He was a freak show, Triple J, this year. Not a lot of help around him, though. Like, Nico was his second best. He didn't have another player except Nico in the 90s. So it was all Triple J. Luca had a nice day. Chet was pretty quiet. But, okay, so Gonzaga advances. Ryder beats Georgetown. Wow, so that's going to be it for Mo Bamba. And then LSU advances. Sexton and 9, Naz Reid at 28. So it's going to be LSU, Ryder, Kentucky, Gonzaga, Marquette, Indiana, Florida State, Virginia on this side. So we're going to advance through this round. Some big games here. Oh, Michigan, after just looking so good versus Duke. And Trey played 3 minutes. Trey got injured and they lost. How? Trey played 3 minutes with 0 points. Oh my. Shaden Sharp. Like, no one even. This guy had 13 high score. How did Michigan lose that? So that's it for Shea. He'll be gone. Bruce Brown is gone too. So they lose their 2 best players. Wow. Michigan. How do you lose? I don't even. Oh, this guy had 17 off the bench somehow. Eddie Perry. Wow, Michigan. That is crushing. Memphis advances. Memphis is going off. Not even Jalen Green, really. 91, 86, 88, 88. They have a good team, but Oregon beats Louisville. So Bull, De'Aaron Fox, 10, 5, and 4. Arizona beats UNC. So DeAndre Ayton had 46 in this one. So it's going to be Bull versus DeAndre Ayton. Kansas versus Memphis on this side of the Elite Eight. Here, we got to get through, right? Yeah, we got to go through this. So Florida State, Virginia. Florida State wins. So Virginia goes down. Indiana beats Marquette. So Hallie, Langford, Michael Porter Jr. Gonzaga loses. Luka is done. So that is it for Luka Doncic. He is donezo in college basketball. They were just not good. Bridges had 32, 9, and 7. This guy this guy's a tournament player, man. He just cranks it up in the tournament. LSU beats Ryder. So we're going to have LSU, Kentucky. Okay, so 1-2, 1-2 on this side. I'm kind of hoping Indiana, Kentucky maybe. And then here, Kansas, Memphis. So yeah, we don't really have any of our teams with like a ton of guys. Okay, gonna advance through this round. Memphis. I mean, yeah, they didn't have Trey. Wow, Perry didn't get it done, and Jalen Green barely did anything. Wow, Memphis, a 10 seed, makes the Final Four. Oregon beats Arizona, so Bull has 24 in this one. Ayton was really quiet, so Bull just outplayed Ayton. That was the difference. Then on this side, Florida State, Indiana. Really hoping for Indiana in this one, and they get killed by Florida State. Here, Kentucky beats LSU, so we got Bridges and Vando. beating Sexton and Nas Reed. So we got Florida State, Kentucky. So we got 3 1 seeds and a 10 with Memphis. So I'm kind of hoping for Oregon, Kentucky. Oh, honestly, I don't really care. Memphis, whatever. They got Jalen Green. I'm really hoping Kentucky because we don't have anybody on Florida State. So we're going to sim through this round. So finally, okay, so Kentucky goes down. Florida State advances 92, 92, 94, 94, 93. So really balanced Florida State team. And then they're going to play Oregon. Jalen Green actually had a pretty nice day. Bull had 14. Evan Mobley off the bench. Yeah, so it's gonna be Oregon, Florida State in this one. So a couple of 1 seeds get through. Only one of our players, like Mobley, does play for Oregon, but he's not one of their main guys. So here we go. So 1 seeds, 32-6 for Florida State. Very good record. So this actually would be so both teams are 100 overall. Better team unity for Oregon. This would actually be Oregon's 2nd national championship of the sim. They have already won 1 with Aaron Gordon was kind of their good player. Okay, so here we go. National championship. So Bull's number 1, big 7'3" big guy, controlling the paint for Oregon. Florida, look at the center difference. What is the actual size difference on these two? Doyle is 6'8" and 6'7" is Florida State's front line. Oregon's is 6'10" and 7'3", and they have Evan Mobley at 6'11" coming off their bench. Wow, Oregon has such a big height advantage. They have like this. DeBoer looks pretty good. Flove looks good, 94 overall. So I'm going with Oregon in this one. That front line difference is just insane. 6'8" versus 7'3", 6'10" versus 6'7". So yeah, I'm going with Oregon. Oregon up top here. I'd be trying to work it inside the Bull whenever I could. There's a triple and it's up, and Bull gets the rebound and the putback. And this is why I'm taking the Ducks in this one. The size difference is just pretty stark here. Okay, Florida State trying to get in the paint, drops it, kicks it back out, back over, swing in the corner, miss that, and there's a rebound. I feel like Oregon's just going to control these boards, but we'll see. No, going to pull it out, tries a little cross, not really getting anything. There's another long 3, and they hit it. Oregon up 5 here. That was Flove. Drills that one, a little pressure deep. Oh, Bull almost had the steal there. Coming over the screen there, baseline. Up top, that's open, and he hits it. So there's a 5-2. There's Florida State's first bucket of the day. Oregon trying to run maybe a little bit here. Little screen, Bull drops it inside to Bull, and he just rises up, gets fouled. I'm going Oregon. 7-3 versus 6-8. I don't know. How do you? Florida State better get freaking hot from 3. And if you foul Bull, he can shoot. So it's not like he's just hack a shack where you can just put him at the line. So I don't know, man. Oh, and then they sub out Bull. Okay, I don't know. And they don't even put in Evan Mobley. Well, Oregon, if you lose, that's on you. Your biggest advantage, and you sub him out in a 10-minute game, and there, Florida State just takes it in the paint and finishes at the hoop. So that's why I'm keeping my 7'3" center in. That's just me. He's literally got you 5 of your 7 points so far. Coming off the screen, kick. That's a high jumper. Not able to get the rebound. Florida State picks it up. 7-4 up top. Yo, there's an open midi. Not able to get that to fall for Florida State. Gonna step in. That's a tough. Wow, that was a tough contested shot. Really nice. Rise up with a hand in your face. Okay, Florida State down 9-4 here. Get it in the corner. I have not really loved Florida State's offense. Not really doing much. Whip it around. Up top. A couple of pumps. 11 seconds left in the shot clock. There's a triple. Doesn't get it to fall. Oregon gets the board, and they're pushing it. Oh, that's an open 3. Why are you leaving him open like that? And he just drills a triple. I have not enjoyed this Florida State team. Down 12-4 here. Bull is coming back in for the Ducks. 12-4. Florida State is just done nothing on offense. I don't know. Oregon just feels much better. Oh, that's a tough screen. This guy's going to be coming open. Close out. Florida State needs to go on a run here before that happens. Now they have Bull back in to protect the rim. Get rebounds. Top 20 seconds. That's a tough three, and he drills it. Florida State needed that desperately. Like I said, if they have a chance, I think they need to get really hot from 20 seconds left, basically, for game clock, shot clock. So probably going to hold for the last shot here for Oregon. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Bull. Swing. That's an open triple. Not able to get it to go, though, in Florida State. Gets the board. Oregon gets their own rebound now. They're pushing it. Okay, so that's the end of the half. 12-7 lead for the Ducks. Okay, Florida State only down 5. They're definitely still in this, but yeah, I don't know. They're like I think they got to just shoot here. They got to get open triples and fire away. Swing, got a baseline here. Back up top, back over to the wing. That's an open midi. Nope, doesn't get it to drop. Oregon gets the rebound. Taking the ball at the floor here for the Ducks. Coming off a couple of screens. Oregon open three, and they drill it. The Ducks up 15-7. Fulov. I've liked this Fulov, full love guy. He's played really well for Oregon. And Florida State, you got to do something here. Your offense has been so anemic. Like, you don't have anything going to the hoop. You don't get any open jumpers. There's an open midi finally. Okay. Doyle drills that one, a little redhead. Okay, Oregon up 6. I would, drop it into Bull. He got blocked. Okay, the 6'8" guy blocked Bull. I was going to say, he's just going to rise up, drill that. But okay, this could be a little bit of a turning point maybe for Florida State. Can they get some momentum? Tries to cut, go out. There could have been a 3 there. They don't pull it. Dropped out. No. Oh, that's a tough triple. Not able to get it. Bull sucks up that rebound. Oregon got it back on offense here. Oh, and they got an open 3. Not able to get it to drop themselves. Now Florida State can get out and run. I would be pushing this pace if I'm the Seminoles. Inside. It's their 6'8" center. Oh, and that's a big block by the power forward for the Ducks. Oregon, once again, their size just giving Florida State trouble. That's a great back cut and a foul. Almost an end one. Oregon has it. Oh, they're not calling that a shooting foul. They're calling that before the shot. Okay, never mind. So not going to the line. Okay, up top for Oregon. Coming off a screen. Oh, he's going to fire. Oregon 18-9. They're just better. I'm not buying this Florida State team. I wish it was Gonzaga here instead with Luka and Chet and those boys, but it is what it is. Or Michigan. How'd that Michigan team lose to Kansas without Trey Young? I will never understand it. Okay, up top, over to the wing, pump. Jab step, drops it inside, and they get that one to go for the Seminoles. Cut it down to 7 with 2:30 left. No turnovers really for either team. Oh my God, that was almost an over and back for the Ducks, but they stay alive there. Drops inside. There's Bull. Just turns right into that. 5 assists for Edwards. They're up 9. Bull has 6 points. So the first time they won it was... They won in 2015. This would be a win in 2021 as well. They have as many as Duke in this sim, which would be kind of crazy. Okay. Oh, wow. I missed a bucket there. Was that a 3? 2014. Okay, they're only down 6. Florida State ain't over. Skip pass. There's another triple. This kid can shoot. No, Bull, though, gets the rebound. Reset for Oregon. 1:42 left. They're still up 6 here. Bull has been really good for Oregon here. Oh, he's just going to fire that. Bang! That's going to do it. Edwards has a triple now. He's got 5 assists. Edwards has been nice. I really liked how this Oregon team played, and they are going to get this done here. 23-14. Oh, he's just going to fire that. Not able to get it to drop. There's a bounce ahead pass. Out and running, and Oregon's just going to end 23-15. Bull real. That is a great pass to start the break there for Bull. I have really liked him, and that we're going to sim through the rest of this. 26. So they finish with 30 to 18. Falove, 11. He was 3 for 3 from behind the arc. Edwards had 5 assists. DeBoer was really good. Bull, 8 and 5. Some really nice passes. Mobley didn't really play either for them. And Florida State, I don't even want to look at their roster. Florida State was ass. They should not have made it. Just nothing there. Okay, so now we're basically just going to sim. We're going to look. So, oh my God, that Edwards is only an 83 junior. Okay. So they lose Falove and DeBoer and Park, but they still have Bull, and Mobley next year. So they'll have a really nice front line. Player of the year, yeah, Triple J was definitely the player of the year. Jackson Hayes, big man of the year. Oh no, defensive player of the year. 9 rebounds, 1.7 steals, 2.5 blocks. Big man of the year, Triple J. Freshman Scoot, 18, 4 and 6. So Scoot was great. First team, Trey, Tyler Hero, Triple J, and Jackson Hayes. Second team, Trey Jones, Luca, Miles Bridges, this guy, and DeAndre Ayton. Freshman Scoot, Asar, 12, 2 and 3. Jeremy Sochan, 12, 4 and 4. Keegan Murray, 18, 7. Wow, 18 and 7. Then Chet, 15, 6 and a half. What was Chet's shooting splits? Chet shot 45 and 39 from 3 on a lot of 3-pointer attempts, actually. Wow. So Chet was really good. Alrighty, boys. So here we go. The final season of this reset. Gonna go into my Notion notes here. So here are all the national champions of this sim. This is a 20-year sim. So we started in 03 with Kentucky. Last year it was Oregon. 2022 is gonna be the final season. Now, gonna go to the very bottom here and we'll look at the roster. So this is the roster for this year. You'll notice there's only 3 columns because we have 1 less recruiting class in this, but we still have a ton of guys. So Nico Mannion at Michigan State. Duke has RJ Carey and Wembenyama. UCLA has Maxey and Amen Thompson. Now these guys are sophomores, so we don't have a freshman class. So seniors, juniors, sophomores for 2020. Florida, Anthony, LaMelo, Edwards. I would really like to watch them in a game this year. Kobe White and Zaire Williams. Indiana has Langford, Halliburton, Ivy. Kansas, Sharp and Jalen. Virginia has 4 guys: Reddish, DeAndre Hunter, Patrick Williams, and Davion Mitchell. And then Michigan's been loaded this whole time: Poole, Stewart, Giddy, Wagner, and Duren. So you know, they still haven't made a Final Four, and probably for the last 10 seasons they've been debatably the best team on paper for like 4 of them. So they really got to try to get something done in this last season. Gonzaga loses Luka. They still have Anthony, Chet, and Jalen. Oregon, defending national champs, have Bull and Evan Mobley. Tech has Bain and Kuminga. Vandy has Garland and Wiseman. Zion has Isaac Okporo and Scotty Barnes as well. So there we go. Now we're just going to look at these polls. So this will be with all the auto gens as well. So LaMelo, Simons, Edwards, pretty nasty threesome on the wings and backcourt. And then they have a 92 power forward and it's 91 center. So Florida got to be debatably the favorite this year. Michigan, Giddy, Poole, Wagner, Stewart, Duren. 590s. Giddy will move up to be a 90 over the course of the season. So they're really good. Poole's kind of their scorer. Wagner, Giddy, can score, pass the ball. Stewart and Duren just give you so much size and physicality down low. Virginia, Mitchell, Reddish, Hunter, Patrick Williams, and then their center's actually pretty good. This group is super hard-nosed. All good plus defenders. I really like that Virginia team. Clemson, 92 point guard, Isaac Okoro, Scotty Barnes, Zion, and then honestly, 88 center. So that Clemson team could do some damage this year. Duke, Carey, Wembenyama, RJ Barrett with a 92 point guard, 90 small forward. They look really good. Georgetown has Precious Achua. Arizona has none of our guys right now. Maryland has Emmanuel quickly really good senior point guard. LSU still has Naz Reid. Texas has Jackson Hayes. Kansas has Shaden Sharp and Jalen Williams on the wing. UNC has Kobe White. They have no one really in the front court. They're all guard and wing. Zags, Cole Anthony, Jalen Suggs in the backcourt. They have that Radonovich back. Their power forward isn't great, and then they got Chet. Like, you never know. They could go on a run. Indiana, Halliburton, Langford, Ivy, and then a really good power forward, but their center is not great. Tech has Bain and Kuminga. No center for them, though. Oregon, Bull, and Evan Mobley in the front court. Maybe they could defend just off those two. Nico for Michigan State. Yeah, so that's kind of what the top 25 is looking like. So we're going to sim to the mid-season point, and then we'll take a look at where everything is sitting. Alrighty, so we are in the midway point of this last season here. So let's first look at the polls. So Florida 14-1, so just one loss for them, looking really tough. Arizona 16-0. They do have 590s, all auto gens though. Georgia Tech, good record. Florida State, Tech, Virginia, Clemson looking good. Gonzaga 15-1. Indiana, UNC, Michigan, Maryland, Georgetown, Wake, USC, Oregon, LSU, Louisville. Louisville's all auto gens. Okay, let's look at some stats here. So country leaders in scoring. Jackson Hayes kind of leading the way. Nico Mannion having a big year for Michigan State. Tyrese Maxey 25-5. Tyler Hero just keeping it up. This guy, man, 20, 24, 25, 24 each year, just absolutely killing it. Paolo, big jump up for Paolo this year, 24.5 points per game at UW. Jalen Green at Memphis having a nice year. Naz Reid, Keegan Murray at Iowa. Anthony Edwards, definitely a big time improvement for Ant at Florida, 21.5. Victor, big time improvement as well, 21 points, 6 rebounds, 2.8 blocks. Scoot, been really good over his first 2 years at Auburn. Emmanuel Quickly, nice year. Zion, okay, so Cole Anthony, nice, and then Zion, big improvement this year. So might finally be seeing the Zion, really play well. RJ doing it for Duke as well. So Duke's got 220 a game scores right now. If we look at rebounds, if anybody super high, nobody really super high on the rebound. Jackson Hayes, one of the highest. Assists, Josh Giddey doing it for Michigan, 14 points a game, almost 6 assists. Point guard for the Wolverines. Scoot, pretty high on the list as well. For steals, Davion Mitchell, 3.1 steals a game for Virginia. That makes sense. Emmanuel Quickly, pretty high on the list as well. Then for blocks, we've got Jackson Hayes at 3.4 blocks a game. Victor Wembanyama at 2.8. Evan Mobley and Bull both at 2.4. That's a pretty nasty combo for Oregon. Wiseman, I forgot to add it. I think Wiseman has an E in it. I might have forgot to add that, but he's at 12.4, 2.2 blocks. I'm looking for, there's Chet. He's at 2.1. So he's at 16 a game, 6 rebounds, 2.1 blocks. So definitely an improvement over last year. Maybe not quite as much as Wembanyama. We're going to just advance to tournament time now. We'll just go right before and see how the teams are looking. Okay, here we are, day before Selection Sunday. Just like to look at the polls. So Florida coming in at 30-2, Arizona, Florida State, Texas Tech 27-3, Gonzaga 29-2, Clemson pretty high, Duke, Virginia, Michigan 27-5, not quite as good of a regular season. Georgetown, LSU, Indiana, Texas, Georgia, Maryland, UCLA. Okay, so let's watch Selection Sunday show. Here we go. So Florida, Arizona, those look probably I would pick I forgot to look at who's on the bubble. Okay, Florida, Arizona, Florida State, Clemson. So Clemson gets in as a 1 seed with Zion. We're going to have some really good 2 and 3 seeds here. Okay, so Florida, Gonzaga, DePaul, Duke. That is a tough group, man. Arizona, Kansas State, Miami, Virginia. That one doesn't feel as bad. Clemson, Marquette, Dunkees, Wake. Florida State, Tech, Georgetown, Indiana. That one feels pretty tough. I'd say East and Midwest look like the toughest bracket. ACC leading the way with 10. SEC, Big East, Big 10, Pac-10, Big 12. So Mississippi State is in. Southern Miss, Arkansas, Rice, Iowa State. None of our teams really on the bubble. Kentucky doesn't have any of our guys anymore. So yeah, no one really bubble watch for us. Okay, tournament tree. Sim through the playing game here. So Florida, Eastern Kentucky, Nevada. Wow, Florida might have to play UNC in round 2. Not the best Carolina team, but still. Michigan, Duke might be round 2. We might have to watch that. I feel like is that the game we watched last year? I don't even care. There's so many of our guys. Texas, DePaul, UCLA, Minnesota. So UCLA, Gonzaga round 2. Clemson gonna have to play Oregon round 2 with Bull and Mobley. Both advance. LSU, Arkansas, Wake, Georgia, Dunkeast, Georgia Tech, West Virginia, Marquette, San Diego State. Arizona, Jacksonville, Eastern Michigan, Maryland, Virginia, Wisconsin, Mississippi State, Miami, USC, SMU, Florida State, Fresno State, Boston, Indiana, Louisville could play Georgetown, Michigan State. If Michigan State advances, they'll play Tech. Okay, we're going to sim through this first round here. So Florida advances. LaMelo's at 14.6, 4.7 rebound or assists right now. We're running point. Oh my goodness. Anthony, he played 1 minute, but it says he's not hurt. So maybe it was just like you twisted an ankle. I don't know. Anthony's at 17 a game. Anthony Edwards better not be hurt. He's down to 15 a game. Wasn't he at like 20 at one point? UNC advances over Nevada. Kobe White, 21 a game. Really good score off the bench. Their big men just aren't very good. Michigan advances and Duke. So we got Michigan, Duke, Giddey, Poole, Wagner, Stewart, Duren. RJ at 29 and 4. Victor 11, 5, 1 and 1. Texas beats Hofstra. They're going to play DePaul. UCLA goes down. Maxey had such a big year. Amend 13 points per game, but not enough to advance over Minnesota. Minnesota has Trey Jones, and he didn't really do anything. Gonzaga advances, and they actually get a decent pull now because they get to play Minnesota in round 2 instead of UCLA. Clemson advances 25 for Zion. Scotty was a little quieter. Okoro was good. Utah beats Oregon. So I was a little worried you'd have to play Mobley and Bull in round 2, but they get Utah instead. LSU beats Arkansas. Oh no, sorry. LSU goes down to Arkansas. So Naz Reid had a nice day with 32, but not enough. Arkansas advances. Wake advances. Georgia Tech, and Marquette. This side, Arizona advances. Maryland goes down, so Emmanuel quickly wasn't enough to advance. George Washington's going to play Virginia. And this Virginia team, Davion, Reddish, DeAndre Hunter, Patrick Williams, like that is a tough squad. Virginia could definitely go on a run here. Wisconsin, Miami, USC, SMU, Kansas State, Florida State. USC actually also has Okongwu, so 15 a game for Okongwu. He's at 17 a game overall. He's a really good player. Going to play Kansas State, Florida State, BC, Rice. Indiana advances. They're going to play BC with Halliburton. He's at 19 a game with 3.5 assists. Romeo Langford and then Jaden Ivey. So really nice threesome there. And this McAllister's really good down low for them. 23 a game. Their center just isn't good. 79 overall. Louisville beats Kentucky. Georgetown advances. Precious Achiuwa is one of their better players. And then Michigan State is going to play Tech. So Tech has Desmond Bane, who's averaging 17 a game this year, who had 29, and Kuminga 14 and a half per game. And then Michigan State has Nico, who had 19, 6 assists, and 4 steals. So Nico had a pretty good game. Honestly, guys, I think we even watched him last year, but there's just so many of our guys. We're going to watch Michigan Duke again. Right here, Michigan Duke. I want to see Wemby again. Michigan has so many dudes. Other teams I would really love is somehow the Final Four. We got Florida versus Clemson, Zion and his boys versus Ant and his boys. Okay, Duke, Michigan. So it looks like Duke's actually a little bit better on paper, but the team unity for Michigan's a little better. So, and Michigan, they've been probably the most disappointing team as far as getting really high recruits. They've been, over the last 10 seasons, they've maybe had the best team in the country on paper like 3 or 4 times. Like they've been that good at recruiting. And I don't even think they made, I don't know if they made an Elite 8, maybe one Elite 8, definitely no Final Fours. So it has just been really disappointing for Michigan, but they got one more chance here. So here's Giddey up top, gonna kind of dribble in, pull back, go out to Poole. Actually, I want to look at just some numbers quick. So Giddey's 5, Poole's 3, Wagner's 1, and then Stewart 34, Duren. And then we know these Victor's 1, Carey 4, and RJ's 23. And their point guard's a 98 overall, and their small forward's really good too. So Duke is loaded. These are both teams just loaded. Okay, Poole trying to get inside, kicks it back out to Giddey, over to Poole, and Poole's just going to fire that and drill it. That's just a long 2 though, not a 3. Okay, here's RJ. It's kind of the RJ and Wembanyama show as far as scoring for Duke, which makes sense. Kind of dribbling around the perimeter, gets into RJ, into Wembanyama. Oh, he misses it. Wemby should have just dunked that. Why are you trying to lay up Wemby? Okay, here's Giddey playing point for Michigan. Swing to Poole, over to Franz. Franz just gonna hit. Oh, miss that midi. Wembanyama gets the rebound. He's gonna quick up. Oh, that's an open triple for Duke, but they miss it. So Duke starts 0 for 2. Michigan's 1 for 2. Giddey guarded by RJ Barrett here. Over to Poole. Put it on the deck. Try to get inside. Got Franz coming around a screen. Gonna run pick and roll with Stewart. No. Giddey, 9 seconds on the clock. Tries to go inside. Franz, 5, 4. Poole's just gonna have to pull a triple and drill it. That is where Jordan Poole can be dangerous. Just that lightning quick score. Victor, he's gonna be hot or cold, but when he's hot, you can be in trouble. And that's a bad pass, and Giddey gets the steal off the tip. Out in transition, and a quick 7-0 Michigan lead. Michigan feels like a really complete team, but is it going to be enough? We got to see RJ and Wemby do something here for Duke. That's a nice pass inside. That's the thing, though. This Michigan team, they have good wings. Oh, Wemby is just going to try to hit a 3. Oh, Duke is starting ice cold here. Michigan has a ton of size with Duren and Isaiah Stewart. Giddey getting in the lane, bounce pass to Franz, drill it. 9-0 lead. So Giddey doing a great job of running the point for the Wolverines. 5 really good starters, and Duke is on the ropes already, so they need to pick it up and get moving here. Up top, over RJ, lefty from the corner, and they miss another one. They are absolutely ice cold, the Blue Devils right now. Still running this zone, and Duke has had a really tough issue with this zone. Wemby, kick that for the triple, dog. No. That's a Vernon Carey jumper, and finally Duke gets one to drop. There's an assist. Looks like you gotta just push that out for a 3, but they get the 9-2 lead for Michigan. Back, Isaiah Stewart, Franz on the wing. Oh, he gets him in the air, and Franz is just going to take that right to the hoop, and a foul on Vernon Carey, and Franz Wagner is going to go to the line. Hits the first, RJ's coming out, and Giddey's coming out. I've really liked Giddey so far, just really running that point well for Michigan. Second one up. And good. And Jordan Poole is going to be out for Michigan. So Michigan hold back court is out. RJ's out for Duke. Yeah, get it into Victor. Go to the hoop, Vic. And Vic gets fouled. Vic, you just got to put it on the deck and you got to go to the hoop, dog. Trying to cut this down. It's 11-2 right now. Vic drills the first one. Obviously, you know Victor's touch. He can shoot. He can dribble. He can do it all. He's 7'4", 7'5". Hits the second. Here's Jalen Duren. Kick, that's a triple. Drill it. Wow, 14-4. Duke, and Michigan is hot right now. They're getting everything to drop. They have a 10-point lead, 50 seconds left in the half. And there's a block. Isaiah Stewart. Michigan's going to get out and run now. Franz is on the wing there. Oh, they might just hold it here a bit. Franz up top, trying to put it on the deck. Over to Isaiah Stewart. That's an open triple again. And Michigan 17-4. Michigan Wolverines. This is a blowout. An absolute shit kicking. 17-4. Victor, go to the hoop, Victor. No. There. Yeah, right there. Wemby. Bang. Hit it. 6 seconds. 17, 6 seconds. Franz. Up, Isaiah Stewart. Oh, no. So 17-6 lead Michigan. Duke is just going to need to get really hot over the first 2-3 minutes of the half and get it down to like a 2-possession game if they want any chance here. Duke's going to start out the half of the ball. And there's a horrible pass. And Giddey out and running. Just Duke cannot handle this Michigan zone. It just gives them so many issues. Now they're playing press, trying to get up the floor. They're having trouble. And they go right back to the zone, and another horrible pass. This point guard literally can do nothing against this like 3-high zone. Bounce pass, Jordan Poole, and the foul. Michigan, jeez, 22-6. RJ, I mean, it's over at this point. We'll see. We'll watch it. Maybe one just steps into a 3, misses it. My God. This is a bloodbath. I think we're gonna just sim the rest of this game here, and maybe if we have two, like maybe if there's another really good matchup. And the block, are they calling that an and one? No, I think they're calling it before. Yeah, we're gonna sim from here. So yeah, Michigan just kills him. Jordan Poole at 10, Wagner, Duran, Barrett had 2 points, barely got any shots. Victor had 4. I mean, Duke was just horrible. Duke was awful, and yeah, Michigan advances. So we are going to sim through the rest of this round. So Florida advances, and they're going to play Michigan. But now LaMelo's injured, so they have no LaMelo. Still a really good team, but where's LaMelo? Texas loses to DePaul. Gonzaga advances. Trey Jones pretty quiet. Pretty just decent day overall. Lou Pettyjohn, what a name. So Gonzaga's through. Utah, Clemson goes down to Utah. Zion had a big day, but Scotty Barnes and Okoro were bad. Wow. And Wake advances. Georgia Tech. So we got Georgia, Marquette, Utah, Wake Forest, Gonzaga, DePaul, Florida, Michigan. Wow. Okay. Then on this side, Arizona beats Eastern Michigan. Virginia whoops George Washington. So Davion, Reddish, Hunter, Patrick Williams. Miami beats Wisconsin. USC advances. So Okongwu was great. Holy crap. 35, 10, and 4 blocks. Florida State advances. BC beats Indiana. So Halliburton, Ivy, and Langford go out. Georgetown beats Louisville. Achua was super quiet. And then Tech beats Michigan State. So Nico wasn't enough for Bain and Kuminga. So we got Georgetown, Tech, Florida State, BC, Miami, Arizona, Virginia. And on this side, we got Florida, Michigan. But the winner plays DePaul or Gonzaga. Oh, man. I really hope Gonzaga wins. Because then we could get a really good matchup. Just the winner of Florida, Michigan versus Gonzaga. Well, that's what we're going to do. I'm really hoping Gonzaga wins. I'm kind of hoping Florida with Ant. I'd like to see Edwards. But so Florida advances without LaMelo. Maybe he'll be back for the next game. Simons and Ant. So once again, Michigan just disappointing. Go out early. They are a 5 seed against the number 1 overall seed, but Gonzaga loses. No. Cole Anthony, nice day. Suggs. Chet was decent. Just, yeah, they couldn't play defense. It looks like DePaul just scored too easily. DePaul, like, they're not that good. Wow. I don't know how you lose that, Gonzaga. Wake, Utah, Georgia, Marquette. So it's Wake Forest, Marquette, Florida, DePaul on this side. Really hoping Florida advances. Arizona, Virginia. Arizona whoops Virginia. Reddish, Mitchell, Hunter, Williams, not enough. Miami beats USC. Florida State beats BC. Texas Tech loses to Georgetown. So we have Florida State, Georgetown, Arizona, Miami. So on this side, we only really have Precious Achua on Georgetown. On this side, we really only have Florida. So we need Florida to keep winning. Let's go. Florida wins with no LaMelo. Simons and Ant just leading the way for them. They're going to play Marquette in this next round. So it's going to be Florida, Marquette, Florida State, Arizona. So we got 1-1-1-2. Okay, so we're just because literally these teams, only Florida has our guys. So we're just going to go to the national championship. So we're going to sim this round. Florida does advance. So still Anthony and Edwards beat Marquette, and they're going to play Arizona. Now, Arizona has, all auto gens, but 92, 94, 93, 95, and 91. So really good players, good bench too, 92, 91, super deep. They're like 7 really deep. I want to see how injured is LaMelo. He's out, but only for 2 more days. Can we get him back? Like 2 days from when? Is it like, are we in the national championship game already? Or would it be this day? Season wrap up. Tournament day. So I think we're already in it, but oh well. I would like to see Melo with the boys, but here we go. We're gonna watch an ad here. So Arizona, Florida State, or Florida, 2-1 seeds. This would be Florida's 3rd or 4th national championship as well. So both teams basically hundreds across the board with 91 and 92 team unity, so very close. We look, so Florida won in 05, 2010, and 2016. So this would be their fourth. UNC, I believe, has 4 as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. And then Arizona, I do think won 1. Yeah. So Arizona also won in 09. So this would be their second. This could be the Gators' fourth. So Anthony Simons and Ant Edwards no LaMelo, which is too bad. By 2 days, missed the final. But here we go. Hey, the tip is up. Yeah, here we go. So that's Simons just going to pull that triple, not able to get it to drop. Here's Arizona out and running. Looks like Florida's going to zone up here. Edwards, oh, that's a wide open baseline jumper. Gets it to drop. Edwards on the inbound here. Oh, and that's a bad pass by Florida. Arizona can go up 4 or 5 really quick here. Florida's able to kind of recover back on defense. Over to the wing. Gets cut off. Open triple. This could go up 5. Oh, spills out. Florida gets the board. Okay, here's the Ant-Man. Over. Back up top. Here's Anthony. Oh, it would have been a long triple. Simons just going to the line. Blocking foul and 1. So Anthony puts it on the deck, gets to the hoop. That is what you like to see. So he's looking like he's really going to try to score a lot here. That's just a really nice combo. I would love to see LaMelo in this game, but that's just a ton of scoring on your wings with him and Edwards. Oh, that's a bad, oh my goodness, horrible pass. Guy drops the steal, goes right to the big man underneath, who's able to just lay it in for the easy 2. Over to the corner. Here's Simons run pick and roll. Back up top. Over to Ant. Ant gets inside. Kicks to the baseline. Miss, though. That was a wide open baseline jumper. Arizona has a 4-3 lead. Boom. Nice pass underneath, and they get that one to go. So that was a really nice pass. And the finish there for Arizona. They're up 6-3. Ant on the wing here. Arizona playing zone still. Oh, come off the screen. Blah. Tip. No, Florida can't get it to drop. 6-3 lead for the Wildcats. Outrunning. Oh, that was deflected, but Arizona gets it back. Top. Inside. Deflected. Florida's got their hands on a lot of balls. Haven't been able to close the deal. Edwards into Simons. Over. Not able to get an easy shot out of that. Edwards kind of in the wing or in the corner there. Arizona going heavy zone. That's a long 3. Boom! Catches it. That was NBA range for Whittington. Puts it at 6-6. Inside, like nice little hop step. Gets him in the air. Not able to get it to drop, though. That was a really nice move, but not able to finish inside. Here's Edwards over the wing. Back up. Anthony Edwards. Boom! Back to back. Really long 3s for Florida. That was Edwards like NBA range, just drilling it as well. So just back to back super deep triples. Okay. Arizona on the wing. It's a nice screen inside. They get their own 3, and Arizona hits a 3. So 9-9 back and forth here. Simons could have tried to pull that. Inside, that's another triple. Whittington. No, doesn't get it to drop. That would have been 3 in a row for Florida. Arizona out and running, and they get it to drop and a block. Oh, that's a 3-point play. Some subs, but not Simons or Ant. Wow, 3-point play. So here it is, Arizona up 12-9. Okay, here's Edwards. Bringing the ball up the floor. Arizona still playing zone. There's a little elbow jumper. Florida drills it. 12-11. Trying to win their 4th national championship in 20 years. It would be kind of crazy that between them and UNC, they would win 8 of 20 national championships. That would be kind of wild. Inside. Ooh, almost a deflection for Anthony, but Arizona gets the rebound off the triple. Not able to get that one to drop. Florida rebound. Edwards, can you push it? Use your speed, Edwards. Anthony over to the corner here. Over to Simon. Swing. Coming around. There's a triple. Nope. Doesn't. Oh, big rebound by Florida. 30 seconds left. Game clock and shot clock. So they might try to hold, get it down, not give Arizona a chance for another shot attempt, I'm guessing. Edwards, that's blocked. Edwards gets blocked. There's 7 seconds here for Arizona. They have a chance to take a 3 to 4 point lead if they can get a shot up. That's a wide open triple. Misses it. Oh, Arizona could have took a nice lead there. They get a wide open 3, but not able to get it to drop. And Arizona has a 1 point lead over the Gators. Wing, Arizona start with the ball here. 1 point game. Drop it inside. Little bounce pass for the triple. Boom! Wow, deep 3 there. And 15-11. Wildcat Zona. Here's Simon's gonna pull it. Anthony not able to drop it. Big rebound and a little hook shot. Anthony misses the 3. Nice little rebound hook shot by the Gators. Cuts it down to 2 here. And on the elbow, kind of posting up. Drops it inside. His own little hook shot. And Arizona, both teams playing well offensively. Arizona back up to a 4 point lead with 4 minutes left. Simons could have pulled that. Bounce pass. You got Edwards kind of in the corner there if you want some. Simons, he's going to pull a triple. Oh my gosh, front rim. Then rattles in 17-16. Anthony really just hassling this guy up the floor. 10 seconds. Oh, nice bounce pass into the lane. Oh, I thought they were going to call a foul. They don't. Florida now can push it here. Nope, they're going to pull and reset. Anthony has to pick up his dribble. Still super heavy zone. That's a 3 for Florida. Boom! McCullough has 5 in Florida. It feels like their first lead of the game. 19-17 lead here with 2:55 left. Arizona to the elbow. There's an open mid-range. They miss it. Oh, that is a tough miss. Definitely an opening. Here's Anthony Edwards outrunning past Simons. Boom! 8 points for Anthony. 21-17. Florida getting hot here late in, or halfway through the second half. Up top again. That's a triple, and Arizona desperately needed that one to drop. Snead has 9 for Arizona. Hit 3 threes. He is a shooter. Do not leave him open. Okay. Oh, there's another triple. They're just going to step into it, miss it for Anthony. He is chucking right now. He has no ifs, ands, or buts. He will put up the shot. Okay, trying to get in the lane. Miss. Okay, here's Florida out and running. There, Edwards. Try to get in the lane, dude. Use your athleticism. No, pick up your dribble instead. There you go. Get to the hoop. No, cut off. Bounce pass. Boom. Florida, nice pass by Edwards. Whittington's hit 2 long triples at the top of the key there. Dribbling up top. Hits the screen. Drops it inside. Rattles home. Nice pass there on the kind of pick and roll for Arizona. Cuts it down to 2 with 1:31 left. Edwards over. Simons. Blocked by Arizona. They can run now. Vega. No, Florida does a good job of getting back on defense, but Arizona has a chance to tie it or even take a lead right here. Drops it inside. Elbow jumper. Vega misses it. Florida can run. Ant over to Simons. Back up to the point guard. 40 seconds left in this one. Drops it inside. Oh, you kick it. Wow, he gets it to rattle home. That's a 4-point lead for Florida. He actually had the guy open on the baseline if he wanted it. 33 game clock and shot clock basically. So Arizona is going to need to make a bucket here and then foul at this point. Inside, up, and the foul. Luckily for Florida, it didn't go in. If that would have been a 3-point play, that would have been worst possible. But Arizona, first one up and good. Second one up and good. So now Arizona's going to have to start fouling. So I'm just going to, we got to wait for 6 or 7 fouls here. Okay, there's all our fouls. There's 19 seconds left. Florida, Whittington at the line. Got to make both. First one up, drills it. Ice in his veins. This is to try to go back up 4. Second one up, rattles. Oh, not home. Arizona, you're only down 3 now. You have a chance. That's a long 3. Boom! Arizona. Now Florida, you got a chance to win it right here. Tie ball game. 10 seconds left. You need Edwards or Anthony to shoot this ball. I don't want anyone else, and I want the Ant-Man, but we'll see. Whittington. Anthony Edwards, triple. Boom, misses Misses it. Arizona. 4, 3, 2, 1 for the win. Boom! Arizona! Oh my gosh, 2 triples. Oh my gosh. What an ending to our last game. Misses the free throw, come down, shoot the triple, hit it. Edwards goes down, shoots his own triple, misses it. 3 seconds, get up court, drill an open, not even open 3. Wow, Arizona. What a finish. This guy was really good. Yeah, Sneed. But who hit that last triple? Wow. That was crazy. Who hit the last one there? It was that one. The green dot on the right side there. 4 for 4 from 3 for Arizona in the second half. Oh, play summary. Jump Weatherspoon. He hit both. He hit both threes. 2 threes in the last 12 seconds. That went in with 0.2. That was his only buckets of the whole game. He took one other shot than those last 2 triples. That is crazy. Anthony had a good day, but he went 3 of 7. Ant just didn't get a ton of runs. So there it is, guys. So Arizona is going to win this one. And that is going to be it for the video, guys. That is going to be it for the series. So that is my first ever NCAA basketball content I've ever done. 4-part series. I'm probably going to redo this series every year around March Madness. I think it's just like a cool series to do kind of when March Madness is going down. But also I'm going to sprinkle in, I'm mostly do NCAA football, especially with the new NCAA football game coming out. But I have a lot of ideas for basketball. So I think I'm going to sprinkle them in, throughout the year and just keep adding, a few videos here and there with basketball, college basketball content. So I think I'm going to do that. But there it is, guys. That is going to be it. We are going to end this series right here. So thank you guys for tuning in. If you made it this far, if you watched all 4 videos and got to this point, comment down below. I always like to know who watched all 4. It's like 12 hours, the whole series. And then, yeah, if you made it this far, definitely leave a like and a sub. So that is it, guys. King Reggie out.